all about becoming a good person.
No, this is his segment. He loves it. He wanted it. Just in time. Sit back, enjoy the ride. You made it just in time.
Love you. You are live and on the air. Say hello.
Most importantly, share our shit.
Share our shit.
So gather around, introduce you to the guy. Now tell him hi. Just in time.
Is it this?
Is that it?
Was that it?
I
Did I
think-
do a thing?
I don't know.
No, it doesn't look like it's a thing. Is it a thing?
Hang on.
Is it a thing?
Everybody's
There's no
freaking
sound,
out.
friends. I know, no sound. 2 hours later. 2 hours later for what?
2 hours.
2 hours from what?
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
I was like, we're gonna wait
Fuck.
for them.
It's always something,
It's always-
man.
it's
It's
always
always something.
something.
You are just in time for some just in time. Welcome to the show. I am joined by my co-hostess with the mostest, Kels. Say
Hi.
hello to the world. Fuck, man,
Hi.
that was
Hello.
always a rough start. Welcome to season 4.
That just sets the tone for the rest
Oh,
of their.
God.
Oh,
And of
Lord.
course, my my place is still under construction. So all of the stuff that is in my closets that are being built are upstairs in my studio that is not finished yet. So we are still right here,
I was
which
like,
is
oh, are we in the studio today? And he was like, no, all the
No.
closets are up there.
no, we're not. No,
That's a very gay
we are
studio.
here, but we still have our pillow that's actually an American flag pillow with a T-shirt on it. So that's what we have to work with right now. That's our set design. So good job to our set designer.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I was like, do you have a T-shirt? We'll just put it on the pillow.
Which I'm wearing a white just in time shirt. This was one of the first ones that was made, and we realized that it looks way better on black. But they're available in our merch shop, which is on our Facebook page and also our website, justintimelive.com.
Yee.
So feel free to check those out.
We were going to have boom arms, but Amazon fucked me over today.
Yeah,
and
well,
didn't deliver
You know,
them.
I mean, well, the set isn't ready, so
it doesn't
it's fine. We can
And you have a new table that
we can
wouldn't
hold
fit
the
them anyway.
microphones. So let's check out our viewers and say hello and see what's popping in the comments section. So Patrick is in the house.
Let's see if you've learned.
No, I'm just gonna read whatever these names are, honestly. So I don't know which
Carly,
one is
Kent,
which.
Brian, Patrick, Heather, the Winters clan is here. Rowan's here.
Yep.
Who else we got? Joseph's here. R is here. I'm just like scrolling down.
Duck and Megan is here.
Megan is here.
Duck and Megan.
Duck
Yeah.
and
All right. So that's yeah. Wait, who's that one?
Night Wolf is Brian.
Okay.
It's Carly's Brian.
And who is? Wait, where's the other one that I was like, who is that one? Who is? Nope. Nope. No, never mind. I know
You-
who
you
everybody
got
else
them?
is. Yeah, I know who everybody else is. We're good.
Kyle.
We're good. Just a friendly hello from the Phantom himself. Hello, Kyle.
Yes.
Hello. Welcome to the show. All right, before we kick things off, we're going to do things the way
Oh,
that
yeah.
we started doing things, then we stopped doing things, now we're
Now
back to starting
doing
doing
it again.
things, which is if you are drinking at home, now's the time to hold them high in the air. I am doing peanut butter whiskey today, and do you need assistance with that?
No, actually, I got it this time.
Okay. All right.
Look at this. I'm
You are
doing
doing Dr. Apple
yeah,
apple
Dr.
pie,
McGillicuddy-
apple pie,
McGillicuddy.
which is very festive.
yeah,
for
it
the
works.
season.
It works.
Yeah, it
this
works.
season.
And I'm doing peanut butter whiskey, so yeah, here we go. So here's to you, here's to me. If you don't like it, fuck you. Here's to me. Here we go. All right.
I wanted to get that ASMR of the glug glug glugs.
So my beverage of choice today is I've been so lately I've been doing wines. What? Why'd you make that
Sorry,
face?
Megan is still without power.
Oh. Oh
Jesus
no.
Christ. No. Well, I don't know if you need like shower or cooking or anything, but you're more than welcome at my house.
Oh.
Same thing with Carly. Carly actually got power at the very last minute before she left
Really?
to go hang out with Patrick tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people have been without power. I don't know about Fall River, but Taunton has municipal power, so we lost power for 2 minutes.
Well, that storm thing was pretty. Whatever
No,
that
it
was.
straight up
It was
8 a.m. 8
crazy.
a.m. I was waiting for cows to fly by my window.
Yeah.
I was waiting to get picked up,
Yeah.
sent to Oz.
I went down the
it was
street.
nuts.
I went and did some. I went and got some stocking stuffers because believe it or not, I'm actually done with my Christmas shopping, which is
I just have to finish
never happened to
the
me
office.
ever. But yeah, I went that day. I went to go get a few stocking stuffers, and there were trees down just everywhere. It was crazy.
I actually watched a tree fall. So I work in Fall River, and I was driving down. Over by the hospitals, there's that main drag of where all the rich white people live.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving down that street, and a tree just right across the street, and it was like a tree. It
Where those
wasn't, like-
beautiful houses are that look like they belong in
Yes.
like Salem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even like a branch. It was the whole fucking tree.
Wow.
And it crossed the whole road, and I was far enough away to go, oh shit! And I was like, wow, these rich ass people lucked out on that one
Jesus.
because it went into the street instead of on somebody's house.
So I've been doing wine as my my yeah, it's a new thing, I guess. And
It's because was it Kayla who left a thing of wine? Somebody left. a
no,
thing of wine.
yeah, Michaela.
Michaela-
Michaela left a bottle of wine, and that kind of like sparked the
Started
thing.
it.
Well, I was like, a whole bottle of wine is enough for me to get through an episode. By the time I get to the end of the episode, I'm at the end of the bottle, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
Because if I did that with a bottle of like Screwball,
You'd be fucked.
yeah, it would be bad. So,
You'd be screwed.
oh, that was
Wait,
ballsy.
Wait.
Oh yeah, because we
Oh
have
no! Wait! No, it would be this one.
yeah. We have sound effects
We
now.
have new sound
We
effects.
have
Yeah.
sound effects now,
So we
which
have
is-
to get them in there somehow.
which is fun. It's going to be fun. So I went with 19 Crimes. Have you heard of this company, 19
Yes.
Crimes?
That
so
one's funny though.
So they pick people that have done bad things, and they make wines named after them. And this one is Martha's Chard. So it's a Martha Stewart
Chardonnay.
Chardonnay, and it's actually really good. So
It's not bad. It's
pretty tasty.
A little sweet, a little dry. Something I would drink, which is rare.
So yeah, so a lot of changes, a lot of new things. We are down to you and I hosting the show, which is a change.
You're awkward turtling into the.
Well, because
It is awkward to talk about.
It's just I love Andrew, I love Bert, and I'm sure that we'll work with them again in the future. But it's just this whole thing is easier, and being here is easier, and life gets in the way sometimes. So it is what it is. So it's fine. And hopefully he'll work on some new material
Stuff.
for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking phenomenal at what he does. If you're looking to record music,
Dude,
Yeah.
I know many a producer, and the shit that he pulls off still
he's amazing.
boggles
He's
my
amazing.
mind.
He's absolutely phenomenal.
Like for somebody who didn't go to school for it, like he outdoes people with
Yeah.
MP&E degrees from.
Well, he's been
Berkeley.
doing it. He's been doing it for so fucking long.
But,
Like, have you ever watched him when he's like producing? When he's like,
And
or
he's like-
he first of all he's in his zone.
Yeah.
But like he goes through all these like subsettings and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know
Quickly,
what.
too.
Yeah,
It's
like
scary.
without
Like-
even missing a beat, just goes through everything. It's fucking amazing. So shout out to you. Good job, Andrew. We love you. Cheers. Boop. Okay. So
Think.
let's talk. Oop.
That's why we can't have nice things.
Yeah. Let's talk about things. First of all, Light Lark came in.
Yeah.
So if you tuned in a few weeks ago, I was talking about this series that came out by Alex Astor, and
Okay,
some
so-
people will be surprised to know that I read.
All I can think of is Malfoy going, "You read?"
Yeah. Yeah, some people will be surprised to know that I read, and I've been reading this. This is the first book in the series, and I was really excited for it because
So okay, every 100 years, the island of Lightlock appears only 100 days to host a deadly game, where the rulers of 6 realms fight to break their curses and win unparalleled power. Each ruler has something to hide. Each curse is uniquely wicked. To break them and save themselves and their realms, one ruler must die. To survive, Isla Crown must lie, cheat, betray, even as love complicates everything.
Right. It's
It sounds dope.
right. Yeah.
Like she did an interview on Kelly Clarkson, which is what cued you in because
Yep.
you or
Yep.
clued you in
Yeah.
because you saw it on TikTok.
Yeah, because I love Kelly Clarkson. So
Yeah.
if
And
she
you're-
says if she approves of something, then obviously I have to check it out. I will say that it's extremely woke,
And for us to say something like that,
for lack of better terms.
I'm gonna read it after you read so slow.
I do read slow. I do read
should've-
slow.
I should have gotten the book first.
I do read slow. I have to read like a chapter at a time. Like it's not like one of those things where like I dive into something and I'm like, I can't put this down. I have to keep reading. Like and I say that in reminding you that I went through the Wicked series. I went through the Magicians,
Mhm.
which I fucking love.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with. But it's a slow process for me because when I read, a lot of times, and this happened to me in school, I read the same 3 sentences like 10 times in
That's
20
some-
minutes
That's some
because
ADHD.
like
my
I read
guy.
quickly. I read
Yeah.
very quickly. However, there are times like when my brain is doing other things and like
It wanders.
and I'm
Read the
trying
same
to read
paragraph.
something like I'll read something and then it'll remind me of something. So then I'll start thinking about that as I'm continuing to read. So my brain will read the words and my brain is saying the words, but in the back of my brain, I'm thinking about something else and then I realize that I've gone through 2 paragraphs and I'm like, "Oh fuck, I need to go back and do this again."
So tell me in the most long-winded fashion that you have ADHD. That is
In short.
straight up.
In short,
That is straight up ADHD. But like
In
I
short.
used to do the same, but now I read like 200,000 words every couple of days.
Yeah.
So I read like 4 or 5 novels a week.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I should have taken the book first because I would have been done with it in like 2 days.
All right. Yeah, you probably should have taken it first, but
It's fine.
I mean, I'm halfway through. You can't see. You can't see.
There it is.
That's where I'm at. So
Oh, you have a gift for me? Oh,
what?
I have a gift for you.
You have a gift for me?
I do.
What is it?
It's something stupid and little.
Okay. All right.
Hang on, let me dig it out of. I completely forgot until Carly said something. Ah,
Okay.
where is it? Is it open the thing?
Digging.
I really am.
Digging. Oh, speaking of gifts,
Yes.
I think I talked about it on the podcast how you gifted me all of the things that I needed for a thing that I was pursuing.
Yes.
Yeah, which didn't
Didn't
come to
pan out.
fruition.
Which is fine. Now you have.
Which
all
is
these
okay
goodies.
because, well, I mean, I'm pursuing it somewhere else.
Mm.
It's the same thing, which is fine. So yeah, that's how that worked out. But what is this?
Fucking open it. Yeah, no. Don't even worry about that.
Okay. All right, we're opening gifts. What is it?
But what do they say on them?
Busy making a fucking difference. I like that. I like that. I'm here for this. So I got a new pair of socks, and they say busy making a fucking difference, which is nice. Which is perfect for what we were just talking about. That's nice. That's nice. So thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I don't have anything to give to you now. Now I feel like an asshole.
No, it's fine.
Here, have a candy cane.
Yay!
So we brought candy canes today because we received a package of candy canes in the
If
mail
Rowan is still awake.
from Rowan a little while back, and we did not get into them. However, because we had that, I figured it'd be smart to bring in the candy canes that I purchased, and that one specifically is the gayest candy cane I've ever seen because it's literally a rainbow. So that is a Skittles candy cane, and it's all of the flavors in one, and it's supposed to taste like a Skittle. So, but I don't know because I haven't
Holy
tried it
shit!
yet.
It does
taste like
take. It does.
it tastes like all the Skittles? Is it all the Skittles? All at one, like if you took a handful of Skittles and threw them in your mouth?
Yeah, it totally tastes like a
All right,
Skittle.
I like it. I like it.
Like
I have,
that's-
I have a few more over here, and we'll get to the candy cane thing, you
Mhm.
know, because we have other ones. But
Mm.
Yeah, good.
Mm.
Okay, all right, that's good. So perfect. All right, candy canes are my favorite, says Melanie Winters. I don't know if you guys have noticed yet, but we haven't played any videos. So here's the thing about that. We are in season 4. We're making more changes. We're doing new things. We're probably going to shy away from playing videos for a little while because we are on our first episode of Spotify tonight.
That's
So
what this is gonna
after this airs, this will be put on Spotify. So that's our new streaming platform. So you'll be able to listen to us on there if you
and
haven't listened.
probably Apple Podcasts and all that other shit. We
Yeah.
gotta get around to
Yeah,
it.
we're moving. We're moving. We're moving. We're moving up in the world.
up.
Moving on up. Oh wait, was that the wrong? No, that wasn't. Oh, that wasn't the right. That wasn't the right time for that.
No.
Oh wait. Oh wait. Was
There
that
you
better?
go. That was better. That was better.
We have some new sounds, so we're excited about that. It's fine. It's fine. All right, so let's. It's taken us 17 minutes to actually get into the show. We've just been bullshitting this whole time, so that's
fair.
fun. So let me dive into our topics of discussion for today. Have you heard about Cosmix?
Mm-hmm.
So Cosmix, for those of you that don't know, so McDonald's decided that they're going to open a cafe, and they opened a test cafe. They called it Cosmix. And
Basically, it's a flat-out challenge to Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
150%. So it's all breakfast items. They have boba teas. They have, frappes
Fuck
and all.
you, Lewis. Sorry.
What?
Just bullshitting this time?
No. Oh yeah.
Shut up, Snorlax.
Yeah. Anyway, so Cosmix, and it's COSMC, like
Yeah.
McDonald's Cosmix. The wait time is approximately 2 hours.
Yeah, it's
to
fucking
get
ridiculous.
into Cosmix.
Is it in Illinois or Texas?
I don't think it's in either one of those.
Where the fuck did they put it? They put it in the middle of like Iowa. They put it in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I'm gonna look it up right now because I had the answer to that, but then Lewis came into the chat and he knows that I don't really research things very well. So
just
so I got
bullshit.
nervous. Oh, it's in Illinois. It's in
Ah,
Illinois.
see?
Yeah, it's in Illinois.
Ah!
It's in Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Yeah, it's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah. Which is their test place.
Which did not pan out well for them anyway because people drove for miles.
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
fucking-
yeah. Literally, actually, there was somebody from England that took a flight and went to Illinois to
Is that one of those people?
try.
So I don't know if you've seen this whole thing about millennials who make their entire life about a specific sort of food like establishment.
What?
Apparently that's a thing. Like, I don't know, but maybe he's like one of the McDonald's guys, you know?
Listen, don't get me started. Don't get me started on millennials. Don't get me started on Gen Z. Have you heard about the new Gen Z trend?
With the jug of water.
So it's called
What-
it's called Borging. Okay, Borg.
Which makes me think
Borg.
of fucking Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Right,
you
right,
know?
for sure. It's called Borging, and what they do is they take a gallon of water, they dump a bunch of it out, they add alcohol, and then they add Mio to it. And the challenge
What is
is
Mio?
it's like the flavor
Oh yeah,
squeeze
little-
bottle
yeah,
things.
flavor shots, yeah.
They add it to the jug, and then the challenge is you are responsible for your own jug. So they've been doing this at like tailgating events and stuff. And the last reported one that I saw, 18 people went to the hospital.
I take offense to Lewis calling it jungle juice. That is not jungle juice.
No, that's definitely not
Jungle juice. Jungle juice is a fucking. You walk into a party and it is a bathtub
Yeah.
just full of everything they had in the house
Yeah.
and whatever people brought with them.
Or a Rubbermaid Tupperware
Yeah,
bin,
like-
and there's
or
like,
a fucking like kiddie pool or
Yeah,
something like
but
that.
that's like
that's
fresh
college.
fruit and like jugs of soda
Yeah.
and like all these different things. No, this is literally just a jug of water with alcohol and Mio. And
okay.
that's what it
So
is.
what you're telling me is it's Gen Z's Four Loko craze.
Yeah.
It's essentially they found
Yeah.
their personal touch,
Yeah.
their personal way of fucking
Yeah.
killing their liver.
I think I've made it abundantly clear at this point, though, that I have a problem with Gen Z in general. But that's, I mean,
I have
that-
a problem.
that's just
with,
me feeling like I'm old. Like I'm at a point now where I'm like, back in my day, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, it's
Get
so
off my lawn.
stupid.
I
They're like,
have-
bruh, everything is bruh. Hey, bruh. Hey, bruh. Ugh.
I have a problem with
Fuck
Gen Z
off.
being mean to millennials.
Yeah.
Like, guys, we get it. Like,
Yeah.
I like how Liza Schlesinger says it, where she's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"You argue with us because we're the only ones in the TikTok comment section."
But hey, she said it. But she said it best though, because
you are.
we're not your
Yes!
we're not your parents. We're your siblings.
Yeah, we're your
like
brothers
most
and
of the time we're your
sisters.
siblings. So like, chill the fuck
Who
out.
taught you
like,
how to smoke weed out of an
Yeah,
apple? Like,
yeah.
Yes, we are. We're your sisters
Yeah.
and your brothers and your.
We're like, oh, you want to have a house party? Yeah, have a house party. Just
keep it down because
turn
of
it down a little
bills.
bit. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, fuck off.
Yeah, like go
Fuck
after
off.
Gen X, man. They're the
God.
terrifying.
Ugh.
Ugh, I know.
Anyway, so Cosmics in Illinois.
All right, sorry. Circling back.
Yeah, circling back. So Cosmics in Illinois, it's I'm excited to see where it goes because
'Cause
for a few reasons. Because number one, for me, like fast food in general is overpriced. Like all fast food is overpriced. I went to
Fucking
KFC the other day and almost paid $17 for
dude, it's $5.50 for a large fry at McDonald's.
yeah, that's stupid. Like
It's-
what? Like
like,
what is going on?
That was a pack of cigarettes when I was fucking 18.
Oh God, I remember.
Remember
when,
that?
I remember when
Charge it for change?
Newports were $5 and not $13. That
I remember
was a
living
thing.
in Georgia in 2006 and going in to buy a pack of Marlboros.
Why did you just say it the way you just did?
What?
I was in Georgia in 2006.
Maybe I fucking put it in my brain. When I was living in Georgia in 2006, I walked into a Cumberland Farms, and I was like, "Can I get a pack of Marlboro Lights?" And they were like, "That'll be $2.90." And I was like, "I'm sorry, what? I'll take two then."
I'm gonna fight with Lewis right now
What's he doing?
because in the comment section, for those of you on Spotify that cannot see,
That cannot see our comment section.
Lewis just said, Justin is like, I can't believe these kids are borging. By the way, do you want a 99? So for those of you that don't know, 99 is my go-to if I'm just
Gonna get fucked up.
just trying to get fucked up. Yeah, yeah. Which never works out for me the next day. Like it's
No.
always like if I do a night of 99s, and this is the thing about 99s.
It also gives you panic attacks.
What?
Well, like when we were doing
What?
that. I know he's not like he's shocked.
What?
Yeah, because like when we were at the haunted house, you were full blown like I need to get the fuck out of here,
Mm.
and it was because you did like 12.99.
Yeah, actually, yeah. That's literally how that panned out. Yeah, yeah. We got a grab bag of 99s. What?
Patrick just texted me the mic stands just arrived. I told him if they weren't.
All right,
there-
Patrick. If you drive here right now, we could probably set them up before we finish tonight's podcast.
I told him
However,
if they got there before 7:30, if he would bring them, and he said he would. But
oh no, he doesn't. No.
No. It's
no,
past
that doesn't need to-
7:30.
Yeah, that doesn't need to be a thing. It's past 7:30.
it is.
Wow, that's
Seeing
weird
as how
because
we
we start
start
at
at
8
8.
o'clock. So that's fucking weird. Fuck.
Oh Lord.
Here we are. This is what we're doing.
I
This
know
is the
I
thing we're
have
doing.
Gen Z fans. I am well aware that most of you guys are Gen Z.
Wait, I'm the one that said I had beef with Gen Z people. Kels did
I
not
mean,
say
I just think sometimes Gen Z is very mean to the millennials.
they are mean. They are very
When
mean.
They don't need to be mean.
They are
to
mean.
Us.
They are mean individuals.
We're the ones that let you like do
Eh.
the dumbest shit. Like we're like, okay.
Let me follow that by saying this.
Let me clarify so you
Hold
don't
on.
all hate me.
No. Let me follow that by saying this. You have every right to be mean.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But when I am unfazed by what you say and I laugh at you, don't come at me even more because then I'm gonna cry, and then that's gonna be a thing. Because even though I don't care, I do care. Yeah, I do want some. Can you put that right there? Because I have to have some of this before I move on to some of that.
Just chill for a second.
Did you notice the title of today's episode?
I did not.
No. So the
Hashtag no regrets.
yeah.
Oh God.
So anybody that is a fan of the show, anybody that has been following the show will understand exactly what that means. And I'm going to wait and see what the comment section says because I want to see if anybody pays attention to what that is in reference to before we move on to that topic.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, I mean,
but
you
I'm
were,
going to take a
you
sip of
were
my wine.
vague
so.
booking like all day today. If you guys are on Twitch and you don't follow us on Facebook, I highly recommend you do. It's facebook.com/justintimepodcastlive. Because this one likes to randomly post shit the
Mhm.
day of, and he's just like, "Oh, I got stuff to talk about, and I'm debating whether or not I'm gonna talk about all of it." Like, just so dramatic.
Yeah,
was
because I
waiting
want to hype it up a little bit.
I
I
was
want
waiting
people
for
to
you to-
know there's some tea. I have turned on my kettle. and it's whistling.
See, I was waiting for you to quote like My Chemical Romance or something.
No.
Remember that? Remember back
No.
in the day?
No.
We used to just randomly vague book and quote some random emo bands. People be like, "Are you okay?"
When I was
A young boy
a young boy, my father
took me into the city.
to see a marching band.
Oh!
Is that what we just did? Is that what we just did? Oh, hold on, wait. This one's. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Okay.
Oh no.
So, as expected, nobody said anything, which is good. So then we just won't talk about it. It's just not important.
Or we should talk about it.
Yeah. It's not complete with the 90s FM radio sound bites. Whoa.
Sorry.
Whoa.
That was a fire comment.
DJ Kai rule.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Oh Lordy Jesus.
I'm going to say that literally every single time
Every time
because
you're pew 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 pew.
because I feel like every time oh, this ties into my topic of discussion. That's weird. That's so fucking weird. That's so weird. Oh, finally, Matt Winters. Thank you.
That's why
Finally.
I said
Finally.
or.
So let's discuss this. There has been rumor and speculation that I would be making a return, which I didn't even notify you about literally until an hour before.
Yeah, because if
We
you
were
even-
setting up today, and I said, by the way,
And what was my reaction immediately?
you were pissed.
I
You were
was
pissed. Yeah, you were pissed. All right, so let's address the elephant in the room. So I made a phone call. I decided that I wanted to try to smooth things over with anybody that I may have hurt or offended in the last year or so. It's a new year, and I do this every year. It's kind of a me thing where like it's stupid of me to be like this, but every year I'm like, all right,
It's a cleaning up the cobwebs and
Right.
wrapping
So
things up.
so I made a phone call
fine.
to the owner of an establishment, and I said, hey, listen, I left things on a kind of a weird note. I kind of just left. I apologize for that. You reached out to me numerous times, and he did. He reached out to me. I want to say for at least 3 months, he reached out to me and tried calling me, and I just didn't answer the phone. And we talked about it on the show.
For good reason, because you wouldn't have been rational.
Right. Well, all right. So for context on that, there was a specific person in that job for me that was just lying, just blatantly lying, accusing me of things that were things that she was doing, and I was continuously covering up for her, and because I thought that we were like really close, and I was trying to defend her and stuff. But then I found out that she was telling the owners that I was doing all those things. So I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to leave.
Just gonna leave.
Which I did. And then I left and I didn't say anything. And then so fast forward, I called and I
legit,
said,
Meg.
listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for how things happened. I apologize. And his response was, and I quote, all right, so what are you saying? Are you available for a couple of nights if I need you?
In my
To which you, and as soon as I said this to you, you said to me, you said no, right?
Yeah, I was like, you better
Like
not.
angry, like
I
so
will
angry.
kill you.
So for me, in that situation, and knowing that I have a history in that place of like almost a dozen years, right? I'm like, I mean, I'm not opposed, right?
I am 100%. It's like
I'm not
going back
opposed.
to an abusive
Yeah,
relationship.
right. And that's so
That's-
that's fair. So that's fair. So I'm like,
Yeah, let's go back to your
I'm
ex
not
that beat
opposed.
you and gaslit you. Like, yeah.
So I left it there, and I was like, yeah, I'm not opposed, whatever. I just want to wish you the best. I want to, wish you all the best and stuff. And again, we're at the end of 2023, and I'm trying to,
Be nice.
reflect before we get into the new year. But so his response after I said that was, all right, I'm going to give you a call in a couple of days. We'll talk. And I'm like, okay, all right, because I'm not going to, I'm not gonna make another phone. I made the phone call.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did
that
the
was
initial,
hard enough.
and
That was hard enough.
That was it.
I'm not gonna make another phone call. And then it's now been at least a week. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me look in my recent calls.
Justin won't be happy until he gets drywalled.
Jesus Christ! All right, so it'll be a week tomorrow.
Yeah. That's not a couple of days.
And he said, I'll call you in a couple days. And I said, okay. He didn't call me. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. So then I reached out to somebody that goes there, somebody that is, that talks to him. And they were like, yeah, he talked to another bartender. And you know who you are, by the way. And they said,
Anybody who's in the inner circle knows
they
who you are.
yeah.
too.
They said that, you'd be stupid to bring him back, blah, 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 blah. Like, just completely. And you know what's really fucked up about that is if I opened a bar tomorrow, I would hire that person
Yeah, and we've talked about
in
it.
an instant.
We-
That person specifically, I would hire in an instant because I think they're so good at what they do.
We've had this
And they're
conversation.
professional and they come in on time and blah, blah, blah. But they also know the history between me and said establishment. And, I mean, they've even said to me, like, you're an idiot if you go back there. Like, you're just as stupid as they are. Like, you're both stupid
I
people.
agree.
And that's why, like, I'm mad, but I can't be mad. But I also found out that establishment is in talks in bringing back that toxic ass person that ruined it for me in the first place.
Yeah.
And for me, if that person goes back, I will never even set foot in that place again.
But, well, I mean, neither of us have set foot in that place in how long?
No, that's a lie. Yeah,
Have you
that's a lie. That's a lie.
done?
I went in there. I would say twice in the last 6 months. The first time I went in there, nobody knew about it.
The last time I was there for the trustworthy person's birthday. That was the last time. I
Right.
went.
So I went in there. Nobody knew about it except obviously the people that were there. And then
I feel like you've cheated on me.
the second time I went in there was Halloween, and I wore a mask.
Okay, that doesn't count.
I wore a mask
I won't count that.
and just pretended like it
Justin out
wasn't
here
me.
Scabbing.
Pretended like it wasn't me.
Okay.
And went in there just because and I will be abundantly clear when I say the reason why I love that place so much is the people. Like
Yes,
I
and I will
love
agree
those
with that.
people so much, and as much as it pains me to have to struggle with the things I struggle with, which it's a laundry list of things. Like it's a toxic relationship
Right.
for sure.
So I likened it to an abusive relationship. And like here's the
Yeah.
thing. Justin has left and gone back to this place how many times now?
At least 4
Yeah.
in
Like,
11 years.
Literally like
At
this
least
is,
4.
This is one of those things where you're just like girl, no, don't text him. Girl, no, put down the Chardonnay and don't text.
But like to me it's like a give and take situation, right? Because as hard as it is to deal with the higher ups of the situation, like the benefits of the rest of it and being able to interact with the people and meet the people that I meet and deal with the people I deal with. And you know what? I've given the drag community so much opportunity and been the middle person
And
for those people so
You
that
left and
that
that completely fell apart.
right,
That
because
was-
well this is my
Yeah.
point. My point is I was always the middle person where they don't have to deal with anybody but me.
Right.
They go in, they do their job, they leave. I'm the one they deal with. I collect the money for them. I pay them.
Mhm.
And they don't have to deal with, the in between. I understand that person better than most people, and I don't know. It's a guilty pleasure for me.
I
I'll still say it. It's a guilty pleasure
it's
for me.
One of the. I mean,
You know?
do you know how often I go? Man, I wish I didn't boycott that place for Justin because I could
Yeah.
just use a night out and
Yeah.
it's down the
Yeah.
street from my house.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
I just need to feel
Yep.
good about myself
Yep.
for one night.
Yep.
And like,
And I get it. And that's
yeah.
that's why I'm saying I appreciate the support that I received when everything went down. I appreciate, all of that.
What I understand though from people who do patronize the place still, the vibe's completely different now.
Yep.
Like since
Yep.
you left, the vibe has completely mutated
Yep.
into something that it just
Yep.
is not
It shifted.
anymore.
It shifted hard.
Yeah.
Hard. And the whole drag thing actually had nothing to do with me. I left. I was gone for at least a couple weeks. Then there was an incident within the drag
Yep,
community.
but we actually talked about it. If
Yep,
we did,
which we talked about on a previous
you,
episode.
would be able to find that on YouTube and Facebook, I think.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we did talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, but
And-
I wouldn't deter anybody from going there, and I would never tell somebody don't go to that place. But I would say this is what I experienced while I was there. This is what I've been through, and that's
I
a
would tell
different thing.
people don't
you know?
work at that place.
It's not
I would-
easy. It's not easy. But I've come to realize in my
All of
experience.
these opinions are not of the Just in Time podcast. They are opinions of the hosts.
I've come to realize that in that kind of industry, that's generally what you deal with is that kind of stuff. I wanted to be careful with my words.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Right, we
trying to
could
be
harp on
careful.
this forever.
Yeah. Speaking of careful topics.
Oh, you want to talk about what
Speaking of
I brought up?
Speaking of careful topics.
Okay,
Kel's
so
brought
I-
something up. Kel's brought something up
I-
earlier, and I was like, "No, save it for the podcast. Don't do it."
No.
And then we started talking about it, and then I started saying something, and then Kel said,
That
"Save
is
it for
not,
the podcast."
That is not how it started.
That's
I literally blindsided him with a random
Yeah.
question, and he looked at me like a deer in headlights
Yeah.
and went, "Where did?"
well. I was
what?"
afraid I was gonna offend you, but at the same time, like you know how I am. I have my opinions.
You were afraid you were going to offend.
Yeah, because
me.
our opinions on a lot of things are
Are
very
different.
So
and,
it's
and our opinion on this is kind of different.
Yeah.
So, I believe her name is Kate Cox. I know her last name is Cox. I'm going to double check that real quick. Give me a second.
Matt Winters. I love you
They're gonna be
for your most recent comment.
Yeah, so her name is Kate Cox. There is a young woman in Texas, oh boy, who is currently pregnant,
Mhm.
and she has multiple children,
Mhm.
and she is seeking an abortion.
Mhm.
Ooh, we're already in dangerous waters. I literally looked at Justin and went, "So what's your feeling on abortion?" Just fucking blindsided him.
And I almost peed myself
Yeah.
immediately
So we'll start.
with what's
What
my
are your
what's
feelings?
my opinions on abortion.
Before I even tell
Oh,
you
God,
the
here we
fucking
go.
news story, if you have not heard it, some of you are part of the woke news cycle like I am, so you probably heard it. But what is your feeling on abortion?
So, my opinion on abortion is this. Hold on, before we do that.
Yeah, I should probably finish this.
All right, here we fucking go. We're getting to the hard hitting issues right now.
Grab another
I
one.
am gonna pour some more Martha Stewart wine before I finish that sentence. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm good. All right, so basically, what I feel is this. I don't agree with abortions. Let me start with that.
Okay.
I don't agree with abortions. I think if you are going to make that choice to do that thing,
You mean fuck?
unprotected and
Yes.
whatever.
Don't be fake. Like,
No. This is why you're here. This is
Okay.
perfect.
You'll see it, not me.
I think that you should follow through 100%. Like you made a choice. That's what you did. And if this is the consequence, then, whatever. However, I do think that it's circumstantial. And I think that there are underlying health issues for the person that is carrying the child. If the child has complications that they can see very early on, are going to be an issue. Rape circumstances. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that? Grapes.
I mean, yeah, I guess
Grapes?
you could say R word. Jesus,
Grapes.
fuck. It's always the winters.
Grapes. I think that there are circumstances where, obviously it's justified. Obviously it should be a thing. So for those reasons, I believe that it should be open for anybody to be able to do it. Anybody, right? However,
Okay, so
However-
I want you guys to to catch that because
Okay.
I already see some of the
Yeah,
comments
yeah.
being like,
I don't even. I know.
"Yeah,
I'm
but-"
not even looking. I'm
but
not even
yeah,
looking.
don't look
I'm
at
not even
them.
looking.
All right, so like just catch that.
Catch what I just said. Yeah.
He does not believe that people should be able like he does like
I
his
don't believe that anybody should
personal-
have abortions. However,
However,
there are circumstances that I think allow it.
but
And
also you you think that people should have the right.
absolutely. Anybody should have the right to do it. 150%.
That's why I was like, hang on.
But think about the society we live in. And the people that exist in the society now.
Is hookup culture still a thing? Because like it was a huge thing with millennials, but
Well, I mean, it's a lot different now than it was because back then it was like you go to a bar, you meet somebody, you go home, you fuck whatever. Now there's like Tinder and Grindr
well, yeah,
and Tumblr
hookup
and
culture like started with all-
Humper and
Humper and
Dancer
Bumper
and
and
Prancer
Grindr
and Donner and Blitzen
and Vixen,
and Comet and
Hey.
Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. Yeah, right, exactly.
Donder or Donner.
Donder
Yeah,
with a
yeah,
D. There's a D there. Yeah, it's a silent
Oh
D.
man,
You want some silent D?
I know.
All 1 inch. I got you.
All right. Anyway,
So yeah, so my opinion, I mean, you know, let's get to it. My opinion is anybody should have the right to have an abortion. However, we live in a society where there's a lot of trash, and they take advantage of that. And I mean, the same thing could be said in a lot of different topics of discussion that are very heated, where it's like you can't lump everybody into one category because there are a few bad apples in the basket, and they ruin it for everybody. They ruin it for everybody, and that's where we're at. But yeah, no, I think everybody should. Where you?
all right. So I know I've been reading the comments. I'm with you, girls. So here's the thing. A lot of people are gonna say, "White male penis. You have no horse in this race." But for me, as somebody with a uterus, it's my body.
Yep.
I should be able to do whatever the fuck I want with it.
Correct.
Period. And you agree with that. And
Correct.
that's what I'm throwing out there. I know
Correct.
that, like, yes, there are some people who are like, I'm just gonna fuck and oops, I got pregnant, and they're on their like 5th abortion. Do I agree with that? No, I don't.
Correct.
But they absolutely positively have the right.
Yep.
It's their body, their choice. So I'm absolutely 100% pro-choice.
Yep.
I've had pregnancy scares before. Fucking poor Patrick. Like I've had that before and gone, oh God, what's my decision going to be? I actually medically can't give birth. If I do, there's dangers and
Right.
complications and stuff. So I'm one of those like complications things.
Right.
So I wanted to get that out of the way. Mine was very short and simple.
But
to the point.
now
But-
this is my point. Now this is
Okay.
my point. So I say I work a job, right?
Mm.
And I'm gone most of my day, okay? And I have a dog, right?
Mhm.
And I decide because I'm gone most of my day, I'm going to get one of those automatic feeders for my dog.
Okay.
Just bear with me here.
I'm like, where is this going?
So now because I'm gone all day,
Objection,
I give
relevance.
the dog I give the dog an automatic feeder, right? The
Mhm.
dog just fucking eats all the time and
Uh-huh.
becomes this fat ass, right?
Okay.
This fat ass dog. No offense to obese people, that's not where I'm going with this.
No, I know where you're going with it. I've already followed the thread.
So am I doing the right thing because I want to make sure that the dog gets fed, right? Okay.
Here.
I want to make sure the dog gets fed. But the dog is so fucking stupid that the dog is just going to eat all of the food before I even get home. Because then when I get home,
Okay.
I'm going to have to feed the dog again because the food is gone, right?
Please don't yell at Justin.
Wait, what is happening?
No, I can already, after everything that just came out of your mouth, I'm like, oh, you might want to catch those words and shove them back in.
No. You
So-
do you understand what I'm trying? All right, so then
No,
explain it.
I totally get what
Explain
you're
it in a
trying to say.
better context. What I'm saying is if you give a man a fish,
Only for Dave, you teach beneficial, whatever. That doesn't work.
Right, but
So
now if
take-
you teach him to fish, that motherfucker's gonna fish all the time,
take-
and he's just gonna catch all these fish.
Justin, take your Bible proverbs out of this because that's mainly the problem.
Is that a Bible proverb?
Yes.
Oh,
That's mainly the problem. That's
oh,
what got
all
us
right,
here.
Listen,
All right, we are not here to talk about.
So I'm
and
pro-abortion.
dis-
Let,
yeah,
let me
you're
start with
pro-choice.
that.
You're pro-choice.
Yeah, yeah, pro-choice.
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 Her
Yeah,
body, her choice.
clearer.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's,
clearer.
That's literally all I wanted to land on. We don't
Clearer.
need to debate
Shit.
abortion. This is
Shit.
not
But
the
there
time.
are details.
Yes,
There
no,
are
that's fine.
details.
You can do that on your own time. Right now, we're going to talk about the story that I brought up with you.
Okay. All right, let's do that.
So the
I'm gonna eat this
story.
candy cane. Oh, there. Are,
No, you have this half a kid.
well, these are Airhead candy canes,
Oh, Jesus.
and this one is cherry, and this
Like
one's
how
blue
it-
raspberry, and this one is white mystery.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yep. All right, so you do that, and I'm gonna do Skittles candy cane.
It's like Mario with the blue shell, but somehow keeps missing. Like, legit, though. All right, so we are not going to debate abortion. That
Let me
is
guess.
not-
Lewis said that.
Yes. Because
Oh,
it's
big
not-
surprise.
Yes. All right, so we're not here to debate abortion.
Ew!
Oh, my God. It just literally shattered all of the walls.
That was disgusting. That was so fucking gross.
It
That was
tastes
so
like-
gross.
It tastes like a Skittle.
It tastes like all the Skittles.
All of the Skittles taste
I pick through the Skittles and eat
How?
them one
They're the
flavor at a time.
Same fucking flavor, just with
No, the
different
fuck.
dye.
They're not. No, they're not.
Okay, somebody look that up on Google for me.
No, they're not.
Anyway,
No, they're not.
focus.
They're all the same flavor.
Focus.
Well, how
They
dare
are.
you?
They're the
No,
same
they're
flavor
the
with
no, the
different
fuck
colors.
they're
They're
not.
just like fucking M&Ms.
No. M&Ms are all the same flavor. If it's fucking milk chocolate, it's milk chocolate. Skittles.
And you wonder why Gen Z makes fun of you. Justin, you're unhinged just showing my dude.
You know what?
All right.
I'll
Let's
take it.
focus on the news story. All right.
I've taken bigger things.
I had the one thing. This was my one thing I wanted to talk about. They definitely have different flavors.
Yeah, they absolutely have
Ah.
different flavors.
All right.
150%.
Fine.
Whoever said that, good for you.
Yeah, Justin ADD podcast, legit. All right, so Kay Cox.
Okay, all right.
Kay Cox, pregnant lady,
Mhm.
lives in Texas.
Mhm.
Texas has multiple abortion laws. I think there's like 3. They overlap. It's a mess.
Mhm.
So she is pregnant. She has multiple children. She wants to have more children. She really wanted to keep this baby. Unfortunately, the baby was diagnosed with a disease that means that the child will not be able, absolutely be unable to be viable outside of the womb, which means that it will suffer and die when it is born. The second part of that is that if she carries this child to term, she most likely, highly, like 98% likely, to never be able to have children again. It would make her infertile.
Jesus.
Okay. So remember how you were talking about like in cases of rape and
Yep.
stuff like that?
Yep.
Sorry, R word.
Health conditions.
Health conditions, stuff
You
like
said
that.
grapes.
Yeah, I said grapes. In case of
Yeah.
grape apes and stuff like that.
Grape apes?
remember
You
grape
just
apes?
added a whole
I know.
another
but you
word.
remember
All right,
grape-
anyway.
All right, anyway. So in those particular situations, and that's what Texas has in a lot of their abortion laws is like, you know, if the health of the child or the health of the mother is incredibly impeded, then yes, she qualifies. Like
Right.
it's one of those like rare circumstances.
Right.
So the lower court, the doctors were like, you really like need to do this, and the abortion law were like, nah, and the lower courts were like, no, yeah, you totally fall under like that, and then the Texas Supreme Court came out and went, no, you're not one of those special circumstances, and is forcing her to carry this baby that will die, that will suffer and die,
Mhm.
and make her infertile to term. So she was like, all right. And this is the fucked up part. I mean, it's all fucked up, but like, this is the really fucked up part. She was like, okay, I guess I'm going to have to leave Texas and go to another state and get an abortion, which,
Which is a pretty smart move. Like, all right,
That
they don't agree with
happens.
this.
right.
I'll go
And
somewhere
that
else.
happens a lot. Like people travel. Actually, I think it was like 70% of women are now leaving Texas to go like get the medical care that they need and then coming back.
Right.
So she's like, I'm going to leave. Well, the fucking district attorney was like, nah, if you do that, I'm going to prosecute you and whoever helps you do that, including her husband who would drive the car, would prosecute anybody involved with that
Aiding and abetting.
and try to send them to jail.
E-
And that is the that to me was like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No,
what?
that's messed up. That's messed up.
Like Texas, you gotta fucking sleep in the bed you made. You voted for these assholes that outlawed abortion. That's your own fucking fault. But this is like that 10-year-old from Ohio who there was a 10-year-old girl who got pregnant due to grapes, and they wouldn't let her get an abortion,
Mm.
and it like she had to travel out of state to do it. But like this is fucked because she doesn't want to have the abortion. She doesn't want to terminate the kid, but unfortunately, like the baby is not going to be viable, and it'll ruin her chances for ever have a kid again.
Yeah, so that's one of those circumstances where it is.
Yeah, but Texas said nah. And then a reporter chased down Ted Cruz to ask him questions about it, and he just ran off to his car like the little pussy he is. Actually,
Yikes.
not a pussy. Ball sack. Pussies can take a beating. Balls.
So, yeah, that's yeah,
It's fucked, right?
that's fucked. Yeah,
That's super fucked.
so we're on the same page.
Yeah, we're on the same page
essentially.
on that one.
Essentially.
We have differing opinions on how we get to that page.
Yeah,
but
but
we're all on the same page.
it's like a choose your own adventure. Wow. Did you guys read those Goosebump books? Did you read those? Tell me you did.
I totally
They
did.
were so good.
But I had
my
the Goosebump
God.
books without the front cover. Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay, so
What?
Wait, I want to
Wait, what?
Somebody in the chat, do you know
Without
what
the front cover? What does
Just-
that even mean?
somebody in the chat, do you know what it means? Or back in the 80s and 90s, do you know what it meant when the front cover of a book was missing? Like you would get a book, but the front cover was ripped off.
That's not a thing.
It was. It
That's
was
not a
totally-
thing.
It was totally a fucking
That's
thing.
not a thing.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
see if anybody
Before
knows that.
before I even look at the comment section, I'm gonna dig on my phone and see what that means.
Look at no, but I can Google it.
Front cover missing.
I worked at Borders.
Don't say it.
Okay,
Don't
no,
say it.
all right, I'm
Don't say
reading.
it. See if somebody says it before I find
I
it.
think Carly knows what it is.
Carly of all people would probably know that.
Yeah. Well, Carly used to work at Borders.
Borders.
It's a thing. Yep. Lewis got it. And Carly has it.
No, I don't think that this is the right thing. I don't think this is the right thing. I'm curious right now. I'm going to look at the comment section. What does the comment section say?
It was because it was stolen. Because they would put.
All right, so then it was the right
Yeah,
thing. Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
it
it
was
was the
because
right thing.
stolen, and I had the entire collection of Goosebumps, but they didn't have covers.
You stole them?
No,
You stole them.
no, they were
You
given to me
stole
by
the-
my friend
You
who
stole
got
the
them from somewhere
Goosebumps.
else. I totally stole from the
Stolen
book fair.
Goosebumps.
I stole from the book fair all the time. You remember book fairs? Yeah, those were joys.
I couldn't afford those. Those were not joys.
Hence why
Those
I
were not
stole
joys.
from them.
With those stupid fucking Lisa Frank rubber erasers and shit that I wanted, and I didn't realize when I was in first grade that I was gonna marry a man, and I wanted Lisa Frank. Yeah, those book fairs. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Anyway, have you heard about the recent study? I like how I'm just like jumping into something
Yeah,
completely
we're-
different.
we're- yeah, no.
Have you heard about the recent study about warheads?
You did not bring this up in the pre-show
I did
production
not.
meeting.
I did not.
No,
I did not.
I have not.
Because I didn't want you to look it up. I was curious because this is something that would affect not only you, but also your future husband.
Warheads like the candy.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So there is a study going on currently that anybody that has anxiety or episodes or anything that triggers them emotionally, the move is to eat a warhead because your brain can only handle one crisis at a time. So when you're having an episode, you eat a warhead and it stops whatever is going on because you're focusing on that and it
That
subdues
totally
the current situation.
That totally
Is that not the
tracks.
most amazing thing you've
That's-
ever heard?
yeah.
Isn't that fucking I could not wait to tell you about this.
So apparently, like, yeah, anything that would distract your mind. So like playing Tetris or something like that. It's grounding.
Yep.
But
yep.
just a warhead.
Yep. You just just buy a jug of warheads, right?
Huh.
And if you're having an episode, just eat a warhead and it fucking changes the world. So I didn't believe it at first, but I'm somebody that has those episodes.
Hmm.
So I got some warheads
And you tried.
and I tried it. And that shit,
You are so undermedicated for your issues.
yeah, because I don't believe in medication. That's a whole
I was
nother
like that for a long time.
topic of discussion.
And now I'm like, I can travel
Well,
to Colorado.
All right. You know what? Let's dive into that topic because I will tell you, this might be where we disagree, maybe. I am friends with people that have diagnosed situations, right? And they are medicated for those situations. I have at least 3 times in the last 5 years uh, experienced people that either number one are on the wrong medications
Which does happen.
and it fucks them up. Number two, overdose on the medications because
Which does happen.
they're also misdiagnosed and they say take this much and it should be this much. And number three, it's the wrong medication because there are other ones that
Right.
deal with those
And that's-
situations. So for me, it's like, let me figure it out. Let me figure it out. I'm not a stupid person. So let me get to the root of it. Let me eat a warhead and figure it out. Like
have
let
a
me,
piece of
and I think that there are people in this world that are meant to be around other people. Like you and I, for example, like I love the fact that you and I are friends, and I value our friendship so much because there have been so many situations where you have grounded me. What is happening right now? All right, chill the fuck out. No,
It's coming
so many situations where you have grounded me where I start going into something. You stop me from that.
Mhm.
I don't need a medication for that.
I
don't
am
need
not your
I don't need something.
police.
I don't need right. And I hate to put that burden on you, but what I'm saying is I don't need
So-
something to turn me into a different person
You kn-
chemically.
am I a different person?
Are you a different person
Mhm.
than what?
Then, other than the lack of anxiety,
Yep.
which has always been my issue, because I'm diagnosed with agoraphobia, which basically means I am afraid to leave my bubble.
Yes.
Am I different other than that?
Yeah.
How so?
How so? Your personality is different. There are
My
conversations
personality
that
is
we've
I might be a little bit more focused because I'm being treated for
Yeah.
ADHD now.
Yeah. So your question was, are you a different person? Yes, you're a different
But is
person.
it a bad thing?
I mean, are we going to compare like are we
Would
going to
you-
weigh it out? Like
Yeah. Like, would you rather have the Kells that had to, like, leave in the middle of an event because she thought that she was just gonna die?
well, no.
Okay.
But I don't think that I'm that person.
No, because you
I
have
think
something
that
completely different.
I think that I have struggles,
You have something
but I think
completely
it's a different thing. I'm not saying nobody should be medicated. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Right.
What I'm
So-
saying is I feel like there are certain circumstances where, that's the answer, but I think that there are circumstances where that's not the answer, but people think it is the answer, so it's
So I'm gonna let you finish. You brought up a very specific thing that I had a problem with.
which is
So
what? What did I bring up?
I had some substance issues when I was younger,
Okay.
and I was afraid to be medicated for my mental health issues for exactly the reason that you brought up,
Right.
which is people get addicted to them.
Right.
So when I got a psychiatrist and went, finally, like, I'm not leaving my house, especially after COVID. COVID was the worst because my irrational fears became rational.
Yep.
And you can ask my partner, you can ask Patrick, I couldn't even leave the second floor of my house for a while. Like, I wouldn't have eaten if he didn't bring me up food. So, like, that was bad. I was finally like, I need to do something about this, and clearly I can't handle it on my own. Like, this isn't working. But when I went to my new psychiatrist, I was terrified that they were gonna put me on something like Adderall, which
Mhm.
is a methamphetamine, or
Mhm.
put me on, like, I've seen so many people on different drugs where they became A, dopey as fuck, and B, they became addicted and ended up in rehab because they're
Right.
they're
Right.
overdosing themselves.
That's a fear for me.
Terrifying.
That's a fear for me.
So when I walked into my psychiatrist, I looked him dead in the face and went, I don't want to be put on anything that is known to be addictive. That was the baseline, and then they worked around that. And I am not on anything. They put me on Adderall recently, and I fucking hated it. Like, it lasted literally a week. I was like, nope. This feels. I feel like I'm running on 1,000 fucking Red Bulls. Like, no, thank you. All of my medications are non-addictive. So, except for the Ativan, which I don't use anymore because I've been treated to the point where my anxiety isn't really an issue. All of my medications are non-addictive and are known to be non-addictive and are non-stimulants as well, which means that they don't make me feel wired. They don't make me.
So then
feel
for me it's like
jittery.
why are you
So you would think that, oh, it's not doing its job, but I got on a plane and flew to Colorado this year, which is something I never would have done 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. I never would have done it. And for some reason, when I started getting treated for ADHD, when I started getting treated for that, my anxiety disappeared. And it was because it stopped the crazy running, worrying thoughts that my brain would run off. Remember how you'd said that you read the same paragraph over and over and
Yeah.
over again? Same fucking thing. I would get stuck on one thing and then my mind would run off without me. And I'd be like, okay, bye. I'm going to sit here and feel like I'm going to die. Thank you. Like,
So this dives us into the title
this
of
was not on the
this-
agenda, FYI.
this actually was on the agenda.
You just
This
wanted to
dives
throw me
us
under
into
bus.
the topic of like literally the title of our episode tonight
No regrets.
is no regrets. I struggled with a severe opioid addiction, and I've never openly
I was
discussed
going to say
that.
we're going to talk about this.
Never openly discussed it
Okay.
ever in my life. Okay, for me personally, the best medicine for me was my marriage. It was the relationships that I had with other people. I tried the rehab thing. I tried, medicines. I've tried coping mechanisms that were drug related, that were, doctor approved. And at the end of the day, I mean, number one, if a person doesn't want to change, they won't change. If a person actively, mentally wants to change, they're going to do everything that they can to try to make that change. And the same thing holds true with somebody that is overweight or somebody that struggles with social anxiety. One of my best friends, which isn't you,
I know. It's heartbreaking.
has a severe problem with
And I know who we're talking about.
agoraphobia.
Yes.
Literally does not leave their house.
You just
Um,
got them out of their house
So
recently.
didn't leave their house for at least 2 years because of
Because
COVID.
of COVID. Yeah.
Was afraid to leave their house. It was a terrifying experience, and probably one of my closest friends. And I got to the point where I said, you know what? Fuck this. You're coming out. We're going out. Like, even if we just get in the car and I drive around and we don't stop anywhere, we're going out. Like, we're doing this. I believe that having the right support system in your life,
So that's actually called a thing. That actually has a medical term for it, and it's called exposure therapy.
it's so important.
It
It's so
absolutely is.
important.
And especially for agoraphobics,
Yep.
because that's really the only way that you can get an agoraphobic to step forward
Yep.
is exposure therapy. But also medication and stuff like that depends. And that's the thing. I don't believe that everybody should be medicated.
But again, it's
I definitely
it's circumstantial. This is and this goes back to what we were talking about with the abortion
Right.
thing. It's circumstantial, and I think that everybody is different, and there are some people that's not enough. That's not going to work. They need medication, like whatever. I get that.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
For me personally, based on everything I've been through, based on the people that I have in my life, I think that I'm taking the best moves for me
Mhm.
personally. I've never been happier in my life. The point that I'm at right now, and I'm struggling. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
Like this job thing sucks. Like I left a place that I was at for over a decade. That sucks. But I'm happy because the people that I surround myself with make me happy. And
I am
that's-
listening. I'm just gonna do something really weird, and you're gonna be like, "The fuck." Continue talking.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just trying to figure it out. So my point.
I told you I was gonna do something weird.
Did somebody say, "Hey, you have a clump on your eyelash"?
No, I don't know if you guys saw me fidgeting with because I have lash extensions, and there's one that is like I can
Okay.
see it bending, so I'm
Alright.
just gonna like brush it out.
So the reason for me why I wanted to address this tonight was number one, we're in season 4. We're in a new season. We're hitting the end of the year, and this was a topic that I wanted to address. So when you said something about the abortion thing and like your opinions and all those things, I just felt like it was important to address that everything in life is circumstantial, and I think there are people out there that need to hear that there are options for everybody. There are different options, And sometimes medication is the answer. Sometimes,
Dude, I don't know what I would do without my medication. Like
right.
I and God, just the ability to go to PAX U,
Yep.
which I was not working the show. It wasn't my type of convention, so it's like gaming that I know nothing about because it's all tabletop. And I know that Patrick's probably watching, but I was basically there to be Patrick's fiance. I was there to meet all of the NPCs in his life that I don't know about.
You said you were so uncomfortable.
And I was the whole time. I wasn't even
Yeah.
really like uncomfortable. I was just so overwhelmed and exhausted throughout the whole thing. Like you can ask him. The Monday after that show, I didn't exist. Like,
Yeah.
I just could not function because it was so taxing. And I mean, we went out and drank every night.
Yep.
And for somebody who's 40, my body was like, girl, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
what? No, don't do that. But like, I never would have been able to handle that.
Yeah.
3-4 years ago, ever. And
Yeah.
and so like I know that Carly brought up Strattera, which is one of the medications I'm on. That's my ADHD med. And like my executive function is so much better. Executive function is basically getting out of bed, brushing your teeth, getting in the shower, getting dressed, getting in your car, going to the store. And I didn't realize how dysfunctional my
Mhm.
executive function was until I started getting treated for ADHD and found myself within like an hour. I was at the store and I didn't even realize it only took me an hour to get out of bed, brush my hair, brush my teeth, get dressed in real people clothes, like not pajamas.
Yep.
And I was at the store when I realized it only took me an hour to do all that. Where before I would have to lay out my day and be like, okay, it's going to take me 15 minutes to like brush my teeth, and it's going to take me a half an hour to pick out my outfit and like do my hair and my makeup, and it's going to take me 15 minutes and I'd have to plan out
Yep.
my whole thing and be like, okay, so I'll be back by like 2 o'clock, which means that I'll have time to do this. And then I'd lay in bed for 3 hours. Like,
So now this is why I feel like everybody is different. Everybody has a different system.
thank you, Heather.
For me personally, I feel like I'm very fortunate to have the circle that I have, to have the friends that I have, to have somebody like you, to have the people that are watching right now.
I
Like,
gotta give a shout out to Andrew. Andrew helped you immensely.
oh yeah, that.
Yeah,
Listen,
that
Andrew,
boy.
Andrew saved me. So in that
Because
point,
you stopped answering my text.
at that point in my life, so when we started the podcast, when we originally started, that was like the peak of everything, and that was a bad time for me. Like that was, and I wasn't invested. I was like, I have this idea. I came to Andrew about it. I was like, I have this idea. This is what I want to do. And he's like, yeah, let's do that. And I'm like, all right. And then I never said anything after that. And then he was the one that pursued it like aggressively. And if you watch, I apologize to anybody that's listening on Spotify because you don't have access to this unless you go on YouTube. If you watch the previous
It wasn't even on
episodes,
YouTube. It would be on Facebook. You have to deep dive into Facebook.
Yeah.
Season 1. And
it's different.
It's night and
way
fucking
different.
day.
It's
It's night
way
and day.
different. It was very zombied. It was very it was a different
I
time.
knew that you had come out of your situation. Like you had really come out of it when I walked into Barton Andrews and you smiled when I got there.
Mhm.
Like you lit up like a Christmas tree, and I was like, "Oh, he's better now." Like because
I was afraid. I was afraid to address it publicly. I was afraid to admit that I had a situation. I was afraid to admit. I mean, the car accident is really the crux of the whole thing.
yeah,
Like,
that's where it
the
started.
car accident was like it was bad. It was so bad, and that's usually how it goes.
Yep.
You hurt yourself. They put you on something. You
Get addicted to that something.
get addicted to that something. You miss that
That's
feeling.
why I'm so
you
terrified.
continue to
Like I
pursue
made
it.
the mistake of when I got my my tonsils removed, because I'm afraid of getting addicted to things.
But you pursue that after, and that's for me
Yeah.
why I'm in a situation where, like, when I think about being on something and being like, I'm not going to be the same person unless I have this.
Mm.
I don't want to be that. Like, I don't want to be that. I want to be able to be in full control of everything all the time. And not everybody has that luxury.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do that. And I understand that and respect that. And it's the same thing when we were talking about like the abortion thing or whatever, like everything is circumstantial.
Mhm.
So it's
And every person is
it's
different.
hard. It's hard, but you adapt and you learn to deal with it the best you can, and in some cases you need medication. You need to do those things, but I know that I never again in my life want to be in a situation where if I don't take something, I'm going to spiral.
Yeah.
And that scares the shit out of me.
Hmm.
And so now when I look at these people on the streets and people that have gone through all these things and they spiral, it's like it hurts. Like it physically like mentally, emotionally, physically like affects me because I'm like,
You know what it's like.
I know what that feels
You
like.
can relate to
I know
it.
what that feels like.
Yeah.
I can see the pain in their eyes, and I tried the rehab thing and it sucked. I did it twice.
So, I had a substance abuse problem when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
And I just quit cold turkey. Like, that's all
Yep.
I did. I didn't go to rehab.
That's the move.
I
That,
didn't,
I'm telling you right now, that's the move. I tried rehab 2 times. I was supposed to be there 14 days both times. The first time I lasted, I want to say maybe 4 days. Second time, it was like 5 days. And I called my husband both times, and I was like, get me the fuck
Give me the, yeah.
out of
I
here.
will
Get me
say-
out of here.
I will say that rehab is a weird place. Like I actually institutionalized myself briefly, and most of the people that were there were rehab. Like most of them were alcoholics or substance abuse issues and stuff like that. Because
Do you know what my 2 problems are with those situations? My first problem is
they become frequent flyers and they go in and out and in and out and in and out.
perfect. So my first problem is I went in there the first time and they gave me a room, and the way that the place was set up, I'm not going to name the specific place. The way that it was set up, we shared a room. It was me and somebody else. And I got in, I settled in. I actually brought my magician's
You brought your books. I had
series,
all of my
right?
Sherlock Holmes.
I was like, I'm
books.
just gonna read. I'm gonna be sick, but I'm gonna read, and it's gonna be good. Like it's cool. And I had my book, and I was on my bed, and the dude came in with his bag, and he was like, a repeat offender,
Yeah, frequent
been
flyer.
here all the time, right? And he goes, we're gonna bag so much pussy while we're here, bro. I got you. I'm a good wingman. I'm gonna help you out. And I'm like, this is not a frat house. What the fuck is this?
I had a great experience.
Next morning, fucking, hey, get me the fuck out of here, right? But then the next time that I went,
I almost
I
wanna
noticed
ask if you
it
ended up in
wasn't-
Bridgewater.
no, it wasn't.
It wasn't Bridgewater.
No, it was like Foxborough or something. The next time I went in, it wasn't even, it had nothing to do with the patients. But like for me personally, it was like, I looked around at the people in the room, and it's going to make me sound judgmental as fuck, but I was like, I don't belong,
I don't belong here. Yeah.
Right? Like,
I did the same thing, and I wasn't there for substance abuse. I was there for the agoraphobia because I had hit such a dangerous rock bottom that I put myself there. I was like, I
Yeah.
need to take control away from myself, which is a huge thing about agoraphobia. It's a control-centered thing. And the worst thing that you can do is trap an agoraphobic
Yep.
somewhere that they're
Yep.
uncomfortable.
Yep.
And that's what I did. I
Yep.
trapped myself somewhere
Yep.
that I was not. Basically, I learned my lesson. I
Yep.
basically told my brain, like, this is where you'll end up. Like,
Yep.
this is like, if you don't ever want to experience this again. And my roommate was an addict, and she slept the sleep of the depressed the whole fucking weekend. Like that's weekends. It was like,
And I did that, actually, I did that too for days where like I didn't leave the bed and they came in and they
there
were
we
like,
go. I got it.
they were like, "Hey," ooh.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, you have to attend these meetings. If you're going to stay here, you have to do this. And I was
I
like,
will say it was volunteer work.
no, I'm going to stay in my bed. Thank you very much.
Mm.
Like, I'm going to do this. Like,
I'm just
no,
gonna
I'm good.
do the detox.
But also, when I went in, I told them, they were like, oh, what are you doing? How much do you do? How frequent do you do it? Blah, blah, blah. I told them what it was. And then I felt like they over medicated me because
Oh, Jesus, they took away all my. meds.
I had to take like it. Do you remember the Listerine tabs, like the mouth
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
mouthwash
yeah.
thing? So in there,
They had you drop an acid while you.
the Suboxone or whatever it was like a Listerine tab.
They
that
didn't
you
even like.
take.
They didn't use.
It dissolves like
Yeah.
whatever. And I took it. I went in the room and I was like laying down, and then I was like, oh, this is too much. Like this is bad. And I got up and I walked out into the hallway, and then I just collapsed.
Oh no.
Just collapsed. Like I was just done. And then they were like, "Oh, call an ambulance." They called an ambulance. The ambulance came in and put me in a wheelchair, and they started wheeling me out. And I was like, "No, what are we doing? No, aren't these people doctors? Like,
like they did.
where are you
to
taking me? What the fuck? What? No, bring me back." And they were like, "Well, we can't take him if he doesn't want to go." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't want to go." So then they brought me back to the room. They put me back in the bed. I fell asleep. I woke up, and I called my husband, and I was like, "Get me the fuck out of
So
here."
you said you were there for 4 days, so you were past the mandatory 72.
Yeah. It was
When you
4
section
days and 5
yourself,
days.
Yeah. When you section yourself,
And,
it's a
yeah.
mandatory 72-hour
So
rule.
then, what ended up happening
In
is
Massachusetts.
somebody, I don't want to get into specifics, but somebody overdosed and passed away.
Oh, that sucks.
And it hit me really hard. It had nothing to do with me, but the person that it affected had something to do with me. And the way that I saw them react fucked me
actually
up
remember this.
so bad. It fucked me up so bad that I was like, today's the day.
Yep.
And I went in my room, I shut the door, and I was there for,
That entire duration, I think, is the most that I've texted your husband
yep,
ever. Like, because I was
Yep.
constantly, because you wouldn't talk to me. You stopped talking to me
yep,
weeks
Yep.
and weeks before that because you knew what you'd get from me.
Yep.
Like, I was the obvious, no, you need help.
yep.
So you didn't reach
Yep.
out to me anymore. And it's-
I was afraid to talk about this publicly. I was afraid to tell people about this. Then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, there are people out there that are struggling with this, like a lot of people.
yeah, and that's
that
the
are
thing. Is
struggling.
like we have this tiny little corner of the internet, and we have a little bit of a platform, and openly talking about stuff like this is actually really helpful to a lot of people.
I think people need to know, like, you need to want to change, but you need somebody that says, "Hey, you can do this.
Well,
you're
that's-
like, you can do this." And that to me,
Max.
yeah, Max is there. That to me is the most important thing.
But
Fuck
that's
the
the
rehab
beginning-
places.
That's
Fuck
the
all
beginning
those
of AA.
places.
That's the beginning of that's the beginning of all of it. Is that you first have to admit that you have a problem.
Right, and they say that. Admit you have a problem, and you're like, "Yeah, all right, I have a problem. Hold on one second.
Yeah,
Hold
no,
on.
but-
Hold on.
but
Hold
see-
on, I have a problem."
It's the same thing with oh god, NA. It's the
But
same-
everybody's different. Everybody's different.
you
It's
have
different.
to admit that you have an issue.
Yep.
Like that's the first
Yep.
part of it.
That to me, that specific thing to me ruined my life. And there's no going back for me. Like for me personally, again, I went through so much traumatically with other people and experiences, and also I have a support system that not a lot of people have.
Yeah.
I have people in my life, like you just said, you checked in on a regular basis. And that to me was so motivational. Like it pushed me so hard.
He never responded.
Right.
I would still send
But
text
it's
and be like, just
literally
checking in,
all I
making sure
needed.
you're
And I
okay.
feel like there are people out there that need to hear that. If you are going through that, if you're in that situation and somebody reaches out and you don't respond, don't think that person's obviously going to give up.
Right.
Which isn't to say, like, maybe some people out there, like, I don't know.
Right. But
was-
I've
I
always
was
been a
very
proponent.
fortunate. I
Yeah.
was very fortunate, and I will never, ever go back to that ever in my life. Ever. And it was because of a fucking car accident.
Mhm.
So if that ever happens to me again, I'm going to be like, yeah, give me Tylenol. I'll deal with the pain because...
And that's what I do too, because like like I said, when I got my tonsils removed, they were like, "Okay, we're gonna give you Dilaudid and shit like that,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Nah, I'll take
No.
Tylenol with codeine, thanks."
No,
and,
no.
and that was a mistake.
So opioids, for
mistake.
anybody that has never taken them, they give you this I don't give a fuck
You legit.
attitude.
Because I
Which,
was on.
well, yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
you remember the way I was in that time, and for me it was
Yeah,
I
you're
just-
like, I don't give a shit.
I just don't
You
give a
just
shit
don't
about-
care.
anything,
I
like
like
anything
to say
ever.
You become soulless. Like you
Yeah.
just you give no shits.
Yeah.
Like you don't care what happens to anybody around
But to be
you
fair,
or
I
yourself.
currently give no shits, but it's
It's
only
a different kind of giving no shits.
it's
I'm the
only
same
it's
way.
only it's only on opinions. Like
Like-
Lewis, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He just actually, speaking of Lewis, I didn't even bring this up. Lewis complained about I was like, "Oh, I'm drinking something tonight." He was like, "Oh, I hope it's not what you were drinking that night cuz fuck that." So it's not 99s. It was peanut butter whiskey and our convict wine.
I know. I don't know if you came in when we were showcasing. I drink Trulies. Everybody fucking knows I drink
Yeah.
vodka seltzers. That's just kind of how I roll.
Yeah.
I like what Lewis said, which is imagine if they had proper health care and affordable health that allowed them to afford specialist medical regimen that was monitored and not treated like it's toxic.
You know where they do that?
Whoa.
Europe.
Not
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, Europe.
A-
Yeah.
Anywhere that
that's-
isn't the United States.
That's a real thing.
If you're
yeah.
talking about first world countries,
Yeah,
anyone that
that's a
isn't
real
United
thing. So, interesting fun fact: every 2 years, I go to Portugal. I'm currently looking into adopting children, and in that, I'm looking into like healthcare, how that works with like
It's a
if I'm
fucking
bringing
nightmare.
somebody from there to here, like
We live in the best state, by the way. In case you guys didn't know, the best state for healthcare in the United States of America is Massachusetts.
really?
Yes, we are the #1 state in healthcare,
Wow,
which is why Patrick and I were basically like, nah, we're just going to stay here.
wow, didn't know that.
Yep, first in health and third
In the
in the country.
the country,
in the United States.
not in the world.
No, God, no. Absolutely. Sweden, I
Yeah,
think, is the
different
top in
thing.
the world. I
Sweden.
think it's Sweden or the Netherlands.
Those
It's definitely
meatball ass motherfuckers.
It's,
no,
it's definitely one of those Norwegian
Jesus.
countries, like one
Oh.
of those like chocolate windmill country. It's where they ride bicycles everywhere.
Jesus,
Where they go to college for free.
Jesus.
Like, oof, man, we get the. Is it Norway? Yes. So, like I said, it's one of those Nordic countries. Like
I've been
Portugal
afraid.
is recommended for retirees. Really? I'm okay. So we talked about this in 2005. Patrick and I might meet you in Lisbon.
Really?
Yeah. So, cause
Wait,
I
what did you
know-
just say in 2005?
We-
Is that what you just said?
2006. When are you guys going? 2006.
So it's 2023 right now.
Yes, it's going to be 2024 in like a week.
So 2006 was like in the past.
2026. Dear God,
In the past.
this is why I shouldn't have had the McGillicuddies before I
Hey,
started.
you should take another one right now.
No, definitely fucking
Because
not.
of that, I think you should
No,
take
I'll
another.
Just, no, I'll just have a little bit more of this. You
So,
want to do karaoke later?
so my husband and I are going to Portugal in 2025.
2025.
We go every 2 years.
Shut up, everybody. Okay, I know.
Yes. Yes. It's not me tonight. Yes.
For those of you on Spotify,
Welcome to season 4.
the comments are just destroying me right
Oh, it's
now.
beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. It's a
Yeah, I
beautiful
know.
thing.
It's never me.
It's a bittersweet symphony.
This was
Oh, speaking of which,
in the 90s.
speaking of bittersweet symphony, have you heard about the dome that they built?
No.
No? Okay. Am I getting this wrong? I think you two had a lot to do with like this whole dome thing. There's like a dome that was built, and the CEO of the company.
Wait, you two like the band?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
had
yeah.
nothing to do with Bittersweet Symphony. That was the Verve.
Oh, kind of the same thing. Kind of the same thing. Kind of the same thing.
You were a DJ.
Lewis, this is for you. So the dome. We're done here.
I swear to God, we're not even drunk.
I know. I still have like a fucking.
I've only had.
Jesus
This is-
Christ.
I'm only halfway through my second one.
I live in view of it, so it's on 24/7, and I hate it. See? Okay, so can we talk about this for a second?
Okay,
Because the
our-
CEO of this place, it's the place that has like the
the sphere.
LEDs on
okay,
like
it's called
every.
the sphere.
Okay.
Our- where do you
Apparently,
live
the
now?
CEO resigned because they lost so much money on this place.
What
What?
the fuck is it?
What? Are you fucking with me right now?
What is it? Look, you can't know. All right, I'll Google it.
I don't
you
even.
fucking
I'm
talk.
not even gonna. Are you being
The
serious?
sphere?
Yeah. You know what we're talking about.
Well, R does because apparently R lives
Why did you say sphere that way? Who said it? Who said it not the right way? Sphere. Sphere. I don't know. Oh. Don't listen to Matt. He's lost.
Justin, there's
Still
only two
mad at
of us who
Maroon
have
5
mics.
for that.
I say sphere.
Yeah. So who the fuck said it wrong?
I mean, there's only two of us. So, are you saying spelled it wrong? Because that happens in a chat.
No. I don't know.
It's all right there.
I'm so confused. There's so many
Are
comments.
you sure that you're okay? I know I fucked up with dates, but Jesus.
I'm going to
Oh my
pour
God.
another glass because I don't know what's going on right now. Oop.
It's in Las Vegas.
All right. No, you said it wrong. Kells.
Sphere.
Sphere.
Sphere. What the
Oh,
fuck?
wait. There's no H. Sphere.
What did you
Nah,
call it?
Jesus
A
had
sphere?
nothing to do with that. Dates with Jesus. Do you say it's sphere or sphere?
You say it read or
Actually,
read.
Matt, I'm so glad that you just said that. You said, "Do you say it sphere or sphere?" And you literally spelt it the same way both times. I said to
This thing?
somebody via text, "Yes, that's it. Yes."
Ooh, look at the eyeball.
I said to somebody, "Yes, that's a thing." I said to somebody via text. You ready?
Do you say it read or read or
No. I said tomato or tomato.
Did you put the H
via
in
text.
tomato?
No, I spelt tomato the right way both times. I said it and then I went,
I'm a
oh.
fucking idiot.
Yeah. I was like,
Do you say data or
Oh.
data?
wait, see? Perfect
Do you
example.
say data or data?
Do you say DATA or DATA?
Data or data?
Right. So
Answer the question.
I wasn't wrong. So I wasn't wrong in what I did because
No, tomato and tomato.
if you're gonna write that sentence,
yeah,
you're not gonna add letters to it.
I
you're
mean,
gonna.
I would if I wanted to.
Do you say? You're gonna say. Do you say
This podcast has gone so off the fucking rails.
tomato
I love
or
it.
tomato? All right. Can we get to listen?
Do you
There's one thing we haven't done. What time is it?
It's 9:30, dude.
There's-
Off the fucking rails. I love it.
There's one thing we haven't done. Okay. You ate a Skittles fucking
Yeah, and
candy
then you
cane.
yeeted it across the room.
Yeah, it was
shattered
disgusting.
It.
It was so gross.
You hit the TV. Look at the corner of the
Yeah,
TV.
I see it. I don't give a fuck about that.
All right.
You did not eat the blue raspberry or the cherry. However,
no, however,
no,
So-
you can't show them that.
no, I'm not going to. Blue Wind of Doom, who is in the chat,
Still here.
still here, not fucked up, still made it, not broken. Are
Okay.
you broken? You're probably broken. Your default setting is broken. Like you have a broken leg or a broken arm or clavicle or something.
They break a lot.
They break a lot of things. But yes, I have Rowan's candy canes that they sent us months ago.
Yeah, because it's not the holiday season.
I know, but no.
But it is now.
Okay, so I'm not
So
gonna.
you know our next episode is literally the day after Christmas, right?
Yes, and I'm on vacation, so I don't care. I literally have that entire week off.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Peanut almond, same thing. It's blue. Broken comes standard. Dislocated my hip last week. See, standard. Oh, finally someone who knows the difference. Boxing Day. I don't know what any of this stuff is.
Okay,
Like, I don't
Boxing
know-
Day is the day after Christmas.
All right, so we have
Don't tell them what it is yet.
a candy cane,
We have a yellow candy cane.
a yellow and white candy cane.
Oh, God. Can I have one too? All right.
Is this gonna be like the pickleball? Because I don't have a bin.
I don't
here for
think this is going to be like the pickleball. Because the pickleball, I mean, like, you had done a bunch of shit before the pickleball. Oh, Jesus. You did, like, hot sauce and a bunch of other shit before the pickleball. And then you did the pickleball and we're like, ugh.
Yeah.
I bet it tastes like
like bananas. 99. You made me drink. Wait a minute.
Oh, I remember
did
that.
not. Wait. Two things. First of all, we still don't have footage. So what the fuck? We've had 3 weeks and we didn't do anything with that.
Because it's
so
fucking 6 hours worth of footage, and I repeatedly told you, you and I have to go
Yeah.
through it.
Okay.
So when were you gonna invite me? When are you gonna? Hey, Justin.
I like how Melanie
can
said.
I
I like
come
how Melanie
over?
said
I got
sherbet.
stuff to do.
Sherbet lemon.
I like how he's just-
Sherbet lemon.
sherbet lemon. Oh,
No,
sherbet.
no, no. Sherbet. I bet it tastes like that banana 99 you made me drink. That's what he said. I didn't make you drink.
I'm trying to get this open without tasting.
No, just do this. Ready? Watch. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, here it is.
Oh God! Wait, no. Mine didn't break.
You know what my
properly.
biggest
Okay,
fear about this is?
that it's gonna be good.
I'm probably going to eat the whole thing, and I'm afraid of this.
Curious if I'm gonna like it.
Because I know what it is already.
Oh God, no!
You already did it?
No, I smelt it.
What? No, that doesn't.
Oh, it smells for me.
Oh, no, it's, hold on. Let me just get it for you. Here you go. Put that in your mouth. 1, 2, 3.
Don't. I've been chilling.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right.
3,
Here we go. 1, 2.
3. What?
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh no. No, you can have it. No, thank you. Oh. Nope, don't like it. Don't like it at all. It smells and tastes like feet, which tracks because
Not feet.
no, it smells
Feet's not the right word.
but smells and tastes like feet
I literally will kill somebody if I put feet in my mouth.
because it is mac and cheese candy cane. Oh, that
That does not taste like mac and cheese.
No, it tastes like feet. It's gross. It's gross. It's gross. I don't like it. Nope. Here you go. Happy Christmas.
That doesn't taste like mac and cheese.
It doesn't. It's gross. That was vile. Thank you, Blue. That was vile.
You saw me with a pickleball.
I know.
And I'm chewing this. Like,
yeah, but you're
it's
also
not
a
that bad.
masochist.
Jesus Christ.
I checked out right at the beginning. If you guys do want to send us random shit, it does not have to be gross food. FYI, you can do that.
Yeah, can you send us? Can
Like, send us
somebody?
good things?
Can somebody please send us like something delicious?
Something yummy.
That would be amazing.
great because I'll eat it. But I check out on that one.
Duck and Megan, I'm talking to you because I feel like
But like PO Box 173, Taunton, Massachusetts. It's right there.
you pointing over.
I am. Yep. It's this way. There you go. Yep. Unlike Patrick, I'm used to pointing.
My finger disappears right here. God. Here we are. I made a rule, by the way.
What's the rule?
The rule is
Oh, the podcast is
the
over
wine's
and-
not
yeah,
done.
The wine's
so
not
yeah,
done.
that's
So the
where we're at.
podcast isn't over until his wine is finished. How much of this do you have left?
you know what? Hold on. Let me
Hang on.
just
Oh no, you got like a half a glass left.
half a glass.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's about a half a
that's-
glass.
That's a glass.
You think so?
You know what I didn't do
What
tonight?
What didn't you do?
This.
Oh, I know. Are we gonna do? Okay, but like, look, we've talked about some shit, and I would say leave a voice.
I'm curious.
I really want to let the cat in.
No.
Look at him patiently.
Yeah,
sitting.
let him.
You
Let
know
him.
you guys want some cat content. Look at him. He's patiently sitting there on the director's chair, just looking through the window.
He's waiting for his opportunity. Max,
Look at him. Oh my God, he's so cute. Max, you're adorable.
you want to come in?
Do you want to
Alright.
come back?
Talk to them.
Okay, I will talk to you guys. Look at cat. We always like cat content. Show me Max immediately. We always like cat content. Yes. Oh, the poor little baby. Yeah. Hi. Hi, Max. You gonna try to eat the busted candy cane? You wanna come have cuddles?
Come on.
He's so cute.
Come
Come have cuddles. Max. Oh,
You asked for this. Here we go.
yeah. He'll eventually come out.
Max.
Because I still need my shirt. Oh, dear Lord. I'm just, you know what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to do it on my Teespring and just send it to you.
Can you send her like the good one?
Them.
Them. Max.
You mean the one that the
Come on.
new logo? The one with the gradient? This one? That's above her head?
Yeah, that's the one.
So this one?
That's
Yeah. I'll send
Max.
I'll send you the new
Come on.
gradient one. Just fuck it. I'll send
Come
it to you.
Hey,
Wanna come cuddle?
you want treats? You want a snack? You want to eat? My cat knows like certain words.
Yeah. Benson's the same way.
Come on.
He's like, nah.
So see,
Yeah.
he was good in his
So
chair.
just ignore him and he'll eventually just jump up. Because that's what. So if you watch me, if I leave my door open and I'm playing a horror game, and it's always when I'm playing a fucking horror game, I'll be sitting in the chair and you'll. The poor baby. I'll be sitting in the chair and you'll see a little paw just come out of the darkness and tap me. Everybody say hi to Max if you have not met Max. The bean. Yeah, Benson will just walk in and like reach up and tap me and scare the ever living shit out of me
And he will lay right here on my lap. He's gonna circle
for a few seconds
and then he's just gonna.
and plop.
That's
there
it.
you go,
That's my man.
Ladies and
That's my
gentlemen.
boy.
Max.
That's my boy.
I have an adorable picture of the two of you from like a couple
my
years
boy.
ago.
That's
He's
my
so
boy.
Sweet.
This is my boy.
Sounds wait. This sounds oddly similar. Just trying to figure out what a toddler wants. Come over. Do you want food? You hungry? You want snacks? Teach your children, teach your babies sign language.
It's my boy. This is my boy. This is him. Oh, did you see what happened? See? You see what you did? You see what you started?
I said the magic words. But
So
like,
now Max is here. So now Clyde is trying to
but
be a part of it. This
Clyde
is what we're
fucking
doing.
hates life.
Yeah, hates the world. Hates
Clyde
everybody.
Hates everything.
Hates everybody that is not me.
Yeah.
And that's see
It's okay.
right
It's-
there,
oh,
plastering his face.
you evil.
Hey, by the way, don't forget about me. This is what we did,
It's okay.
right, Max?
All I have to do is walk over there and he'll be like,
Right?
"Bye."
I love you so much. I love you
A
so
man
much.
and his cat.
It's my boy right here. This is my boy. And you know what? My husband wants a dog so bad,
Patrick wants a dog.
but for me, it's like
I'm a cat person.
you're not gonna take him out to poop.
I told Patrick, I was like,
See,
"You have a
that's
dog. You
Literally
take
what
him
it is for
outside,
me.
You
Yeah,
could, like,
listen, I will feed him. I will pet him. I will lay with him. It's amazing. You're not gonna take him out to poop. So what are we doing here?
just sent Kels a goodie for next week. It's gluten free.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Megan, I'm looking forward to that. By the way, Megan, it's not my birthday, but it's Christmas time, and you should totally fucking make me mint Rice Krispie treats. I'm just saying.
Which reminds me, actually, so next week's show is on the
I will also bring my mom's cookies, which you've never had.
26th. Oh, you just reminded me about cookies.
Oh, we were gonna talk.
We
about
have a
cookies!
topic. We have a topic. We have a topic. You're right.
Dude,
You're
off
right.
the fucking rails, man.
You're right. You're right.
Off the rails.
We have drifted so hard.
It's so.
So I was like, there are things I want to talk about tonight, and then we drifted into other things. But then those things
I
had
don't know
to
how
do with the things that we had to talk about. So we
So
stayed on
circled
track.
Right back around. Just
But the cookies we didn't fucking talk about.
we didn't talk about the cookies. I don't even know what the fucking cookie topic is. You wouldn't even
Kels,
tell me.
I didn't. You're right. I didn't. What is your favorite cookie?
My mom's chocolate chip cookies.
Chocolate is that your that's it. It's
my-
hands down chocolate chip cookies.
But they have to be my mom's chocolate chip cookies.
So not just like Chips Ahoy chocolate
I
chip.
mean, I can't have those anymore, but if I was going to like okay, so back in my like I could eat gluten days, they would be the chewy Chips Ahoy.
Chew.
Yeah, I'm a chewy, not a crispy. I'm a chewy person.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
I no longer have a best friend. It was nice knowing you.
Chewy Chips Ahoy. Chewy Chips
Yeah,
Ahoy.
I like chewy.
The worst fucking cookie.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. Double.
Have you ever had an EL fudge?
Yes.
Have you ever had a fucking fudge stripe cookie?
Let me cook. Let me cook on it. Oh my God. We used. Okay, so quick.
Have you ever
story.
had a Thin Mint?
Oh, grasshoppers.
Thank you.
Okay, Grasshoppers. Grasshoppers win.
Chocolate chip.
So look, my mom's chocolate chip. That's different. All right, but wait. So wait, the fudge striped ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we used to call those when I was a kid?
What?
Hiccup cookies.
Why?
Because they're so high in sugar content, they get rid of your hiccups.
Stop it.
Every time you eat them, they'll get rid of your hiccups. Because you have to swallow.
You
and
heard
they're-
it here
they're sugar.
first, people.
In case you guys didn't know, a
Look
spoonful
at
of
him
sugar.
laying
I
down
know,
like such
he's
a good boy.
And you were like, no, we're gonna leave him
No,
out
because
there
he
in the
always
cold,
then
in
he
the
comes in the
wind.
in the cold in the other room of my house that I have 2 glass fucking doors and
Except for the one that
he
you
just
broke while you were
sits
sleeping.
What? That's a story for another time.
No, they know the story. You said you broke it while you were sweeping. That's why I know.
I certainly did say that. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's a story for. Okay, never mind. Moving on. What's your favorite cookie? Grasshoppers?
No.
No. EL fudge.
No.
Double stuffed Oreos.
I appreciate a good oatmeal raisin cookie.
Oh, okay.
That's my thing.
See, I'm not one of those people
Oatmeal
who's like,
raisin.
ugh, oatmeal raisin. I like raisins. I like oatmeal.
love
Oatmeal
oatmeal
raisin,
raisin
I'm good.
cookies. Like,
No shit.
and you know what's weird? I hate cinnamon.
Is it because you're an old man? Is that why? Is that why you like oatmeal? Oatmeal raisin? Do you like pistachio?
Thank you for
ice
joining us. Next week it's going to be a solo show because unfortunately
Because Kels is
Kels is no longer going
gonna
to
get
be able to be
thrown
with
out
us.
on a 95.
Fucking
Do you like pistachio ice cream too? Is that...
Ooh. I like good ice cream.
What was
I
it?
will eat chocolate ice cream, and
Oh,
that's
basic, bitch.
yeah, no shit, because it's ice cream. I don't need fucking put some popping candy in my ice cream. Just give me some fucking chocolate
does.
ice cream. What?
So Carly makes butterscotch oatmeal bars that we murder. They're
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, you know who else does? Actually, Meg's friend Lisa
Mm-hmm.
makes a Rice Krispies treat that is
You
made
haven't.
with there's like a layer of chocolate on top, and
Like chocolate drizzle.
it's got like a butterscotch or caramel taste. Like,
Do
it's
you like mint?
Yeah, I love
Okay, Megan, please, for the love of Jesus, make my Rice Krispie treats just so that I can shove one into Justin's face. Because you don't understand. Megan makes them for my birthday every year, and I have a whole plate of them, and I will like cut a third, put them on a plate, leave them downstairs, and squirrel away the rest so that Patrick and my mom can't eat them.
Squirrel away
Mhm.
the rest.
Like hiding nuts, squirrel away the rest.
And then she's like,
Damn straight.
fair. Okay.
Actually, I'm more like
Wait a
they're
minute.
that good.
Now, wait a minute.
They're that
Wait a minute.
good.
Wait a minute. As long as you're not like,
Wait, no, it's the next one back. He's learning. I mean, they are pretty fucking lit.
all right, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'm curious as to how many people know what that sound is. Probably nobody in this chat, I don't think, would know what that sound is. Unless you said something.
Maybe Matt Winters.
Maybe Lewis? Maybe?
No.
I don't think.
You think?
Maybe.
I think Lewis is too high class for that.
Fair.
Honestly.
Fair. That is fair. Fruit by the foot, man.
And I just I'm
Melody!
not saying it. I'm not saying it. I'm
We
not
need some
saying it.
shit.
I'm not saying
We
it.
need some
I
shit.
am not saying that.
You guys
want to
know what we're laughing about? Go ahead and take a look at the time.
I'm not saying
code.
that. Matt, I was just fantasizing for a second. It's not important. We're not going to talk about that. But all I'll say is so. All right, and that is not our show because
No, it's not. So we're sitting here fucking talking about random shit.
Oop.
Did you just spill it on the?
No, I didn't.
Is it full? Is that what happened?
No, I finished the bottle.
Is that really? You only have like a little.
I
bit
mean,
left?
not in my mouth, just in my glass. So.
Oh Lord.
Oh, actually, there is something I wanted to talk to you about. Actually,
Yeah, I just saw you dribble that onto your dick.
that is not the first time I've had dribble on my dick. Thank you very much.
I'm well
Um,
aware. Not personal experience, by the way. Holy
Can we
shit.
talk about? Can we talk about the Marvel thing right now with Kang? The Kang Dynasty thing. So the guy that played Kang in the Marvel universe got fired. And Lewis, this is specifically for you because I did not research this at all. I just know that he got fired. Go ahead, do that. And they're looking for a new actor because in their phases, the next phase is the Kang Dynasty, which is Kang takes over. Did you watch Loki or any of those?
I haven't seen season 2 yet. I have an
Okay.
entire vacation next week to catch up on all the
Okay,
shit that
so
I missed.
Kang is taking over now, right? But the person that played Kang, there's this huge controversy.
Okay, yeah, this dude, for harassment and assault, and he was found guilty. Ooh, for
So he got fired.
Yeah.
So their next move is supposed to be the Kang Dynasty, which is
Yeah.
the next
know
movie
nothing
in the
about that.
series. But
We were actually talking about this shit in the office today. Not specifically this story, but I work for a company that runs comic conventions, in case you guys didn't know. So obviously, it's like an office full of fucking nerds. And we were talking about how Marvel is just like insanely out there now. Like, it's all just
Jonathan Majors.
getting ridiculous. Yeah. So, like, John Boyega should be Kang. I don't know who Kang is. Now they're in, like, the fringe of Marvel.
They should be focusing on Doctor Doom because they're about to come out with Fantastic Four,
Agreed.
and
They're going to try.
that should be the movie. Yeah,
Again.
for the what third
Third,
time,
fourth.
third or
Fourth
fourth?
time.
Hold on, hold on.
It's the fourth time, because there was
Hold
the
on.
one that came out in like the late 80s, early 90s.
Yep,
And then there's the one that came out in the 2000s.
yep.
And then there's
Which
one that came
had
out like
what's her name, Jessica Alba,
yeah, and
and then the new
Chris.
one.
And so it had Captain America as
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
freaking Johnny Storm.
Yeah,
And then the one after that, and now they're on their fourth iteration.
there wasn't one after that.
Yeah, there was. There was one
That's-
after Jessica
No,
Alba.
no, you
and
said
shit.
the '80s.
So the 80s, 90s, and then the 2000s, and then the
And then-
2010s, 20
You're right.
whatever. And now we're going on to our fourth.
Right. Okay.
So this would be the fourth iteration.
Yeah.
They're going to attempt Fantastic.
And then I saw a thing that said that the Silver Surfer is going to be a female now.
I don't care about
guess.
that. That's whatever. Silver Surfer isn't like they have a job.
You know what?
It doesn't matter what gender they are.
Since we're on No Regrets,
Okay.
let's talk about this because I genuinely want to know what your opinion is on this. How do you feel about a property comes out with a character? Okay, a property, Disney, DC, Marvel
Doesn't matter. Yep.
comes out with a character. Then they're like, let's make a movie, and then the movie isn't that.
Okay.
How do you
so,
feel
like,
about that?
Again, we were having this topic. We were talking about that today, where we were talking about the Centurion, I think it is, or I think it's the Centurion. Whatever. It's a Marvel character, and they casted the dude from the Asian guy from Walking Dead, and the character in the comic books. Yes,
I love
Glenn.
him
Glenn
so
from The Walking Dead. They
much.
cast him.
Okay.
But the character in the comic books is tall, beefy, blonde, blue-eyed,
Yep,
white dude,
yep.
like big, like
Yep,
Thor.
Yeah.
And my coworkers were like, "No, it's not true to the fucking character." Blah, 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 blah." Look,
How do you feel about that?
my deal is if it doesn't affect what the character is capable of or their storyline, I don't give a shit. Like, you could give them a vagina, you could make them black, white, purple. I don't care, as long as it's true to what the character is.
So this is where you and I differ.
and that's fine.
This is one of those times. For me, if you create a character, okay, and I will refer to Ariel. If you create a character, right? This is the character.
You're talking about Ariel, the Little Mermaid.
Yes.
Okay.
You create a character. This is the character,
Yep.
right? Then you come out with a movie
Okay.
and it's not that character.
Ariel's a bad example though,
Why?
because she didn't have a color in the books.
Fair. Okay,
Yeah, she's
fair,
a bad
fair,
example.
fair. Storyline.
You're talking like
Storyline wise.
the Disney character, where
Right,
Disney
right.
likes to
But
take old stories and
that's
bastard
all right.
them.
So, but no, also no, because Disney came out with that movie.
So, did you get like mad at the Alice in Wonderland movies because they weren't true to the original Disney story?
What do you mean?
So,
In
like,
terms of what?
like the Alice in Wonderland films.
Yep.
You know, with like,
Yeah.
okay, so the Alice in Wonderland films were nothing like the cartoon.
But the cartoon wasn't like the original. Oh, I see what
See
you're doing
where I
here.
went with that?
I see what you're doing here. See, but all you're doing is proving my point. My point is, somebody writes a story.
Yeah.
They create a character. Okay. Harry Potter, for example.
Okay.
Sorry to bring that up.
No, that's fine.
That's a whole
I'll talk about
controversial
it.
thing.
Fuck J.K. Rowling. Moving.
They write a character description, right? They're like, this is the character, this is what it is, and then they make a movie.
So, like, I disagree with Hermione being black in the stage show.
Right.
So, in the original Broadway production of the Lost Child or whatever, Hermione was black, and I was like, but
But
you've
everybody
already-
should have their own opportunity to have an interpretation of something.
Right.
And that's my thing. If the description of a character is, this is the description, this is what it is,
And that's why I said The Little Mermaid is.
why do we stray from that? Like, this is what this character is. It's this person. If I'm reading a book and the book says to me, it's this light-skinned, ginger, freckled,
if
blah, blah, blah,
that-
blah. And then
If
there's
that
a movie, and the movie is a black kid that does whatever. It's the same as if they wrote a book and they were like, this
I'm right here, you don't have to yell.
dark-skinned, afroed, blah, 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 and then it's a ginger? Like, what are
So-
you doing?
But here's my question: is if it doesn't affect the storyline of the character at all, it's literally just cosmetic. It bothers you? If it's just cosmetic, like
You say it's just cosmetic, but for me, it's if it's written that way. If the story is, this is the character, this is the character. So when I read the book, right? I read the book,
yeah,
my mind creates an image of
Right.
each of these people. So then if I read a book, it says this is what this character is, and I create that image, and then I watch the movie, and the movie is literally the other person. I'm like, oh, that's not what I pictured
So-
in my brain. However,
however, because everything after Bud is bullshit.
I'm not offended. Like, I'm not offended.
Right.
I'm not like, this ruined it all for me. I'm just gonna say,
It's just Justin can't read. Yeah,
I'm just gonna say,
I
I'm
agree
just
with you,
gonna say
Steven.
that's not what when you wrote this, when the person wrote the story, right? They created images in their brain, okay? When I write, if I'm gonna write a story, I want the person that reads the story to see what I see, okay? That's why I write the story. Like,
yeah,
this
you're
is what I
walking into
see.
Death of the Author area.
Right,
like,
right.
you're-
And you know what? Fuck you if you think that I'm wrong
like-
for feeling that way. If I'm going to read a story, and we're going to go back to our original topic of discussion,
the book
if-
that you don't like.
if I'm going to read a story, I'm going to paint a picture in my brain. I'm going to judge the story based on what I read. If I see or depict anything else that is your interpretation of that story, that's
Right.
not Alex Astor's version of Lightlark. That's
Right.
your version of, I read this, but it would be better if this person was this. And that's
Yeah, I agree with Matt Renters on this one. And again, that's why I said
ahead, read
Ariel's
it.
a really bad example.
read it
So-
because we don't have comments on Spotify.
I know. So I think Ariel should have had darker / more olive skin anyway because she's the daughter of a Greek god. I fully believe that casting a different race / whatever doesn't make a difference as long as the character still does the same stuff like Kel said. So like as long as it doesn't impact the story in any shape or form, I don't give a shit. Like I really don't care. Hugh Jackman is a great example. Wolverine is a short Canadian dude. He is like 5'2", but they casted Hugh Jackman who's 6'3".
Hugh Jackman is 6'3".
Yes.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, he's an inch taller than
Hugh
Patrick.
Jackman is 6'3"?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought he was short as fuck.
No.
All right, so they did a good job because
Right.
they made him seem
The whole thing about Wolverine is that he's short. He's a
so then
tiny little beast.
respectfully, he's a bad example because
Because you
as far as I saw,
accept it.
I thought he was short as fuck from what I
but
saw.
people who read the
So
comics,
they
like,
depicted him the way that he was in the comics.
no, they didn't. They didn't adjust for his height at all. He stood the same height. as
Everybody else
everyone
was taller than him.
Go ahead. Go look at screenshots. I dare you.
We will readdress this next week.
Go look.
Now
Go
I
look
have
at
to-
the.
now
Go
I have
look at
to
the
look.
leaks from Deadpool, because Ryan Reynolds is what 6'2". So yeah, go look at the leaks from that. They're standing right next to each other. Also,
That's-
Ryan Reynolds and his.
That's a
leaks,
whole. That's a whole
that's-
different.
oh,
Listen, can we talk about those leaks for a second?
I love Ryan Reynolds so fucking much. Like,
What is real and
so-
what is not real
I
in
love
those
him
leaks?
so much. Like, Ryan Reynolds is everything I want to be when I grow up. Like, he's just so amazing. Like, were we talking about this outside of everything, or was I talking about it at work?
I'm personally not a fan of Ryan Reynolds
Oh, I love him so
because
much.
I've been compared to him
Oh yeah, okay.
personality wise
Mm,
so many times where his sarcasm is my sarcasm. Like
No.
it's the same fucking.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, but I've also
I've gotten it so many fucking times. Like I hate it. Like
But have
I
you
hate
gotten it
him.
from people who've known you for almost a decade and a half?
yes, I
Really?
hate him. I hate him so much because
Even like Lisa?
Lisa, she's agoraphobic.
I know, but even like if you did,
We're not talking about her right now.
no, I'm just saying like she's known you for longer than I have,
She has.
and she has a fucking TV, so therefore.
She does. I bought her that TV.
I know.
And this year for Christmas, I bought her the lights that go around the outside.
oh,
of the
like I have.
Yo,
that, yes.
Yo, they're like
They're dope.
she.
They're
dude,
so cool.
best present I have ever given anybody in
They're
my
so
entire
fun.
life. Where she.
So the Govee lights that go around your TV.
Whatever
and
is playing on the TV.
There's a little camera
it
that
matches
goes to the
it.
top, and it captures.
I was like, this is the
it's
best
dope.
move. This is literally the best move ever.
It's so much fun.
Fucking love it.
Patrick
I
got me
love it.
some of those. Actually,
Really?
no. Govee, I think, gave Patrick a set of them, like as a sponsorship or some bullshit, and he was like, "You have the nice TV, so we're gonna put it on yours." Yeah,
I haven't looked at the comments in so long.
I've been watching them.
I've been so afraid.
I'm so
been
glad
so
that.
afraid.
Well,
I
yeah,
talked
we're,
about-
we're past
I talked about
abortion.
personal
We're
things. No,
past-
it's not even that.
And we're past that
Talked
too.
about personal things. I didn't want anybody to.
I'm
to-
super excited that Steve Norton is in here.
I love.
If you guys
I
haven't
love that
listened to
man.
his podcast, you absolutely should.
So I'm actually, I actually wanted to tell you about this, but I was afraid to because I didn't know.
By the
what
way,
move would
Steven,
be.
drop your podcast name in so that everybody knows what to look up on.
Yeah,
Spotify.
he
Your
does-
podcast is dope.
So he
I
does.
sat
He
and listened
does.
to it.
He's the reason why we're doing Spotify now because he does a Spectrum podcast,
Yep.
which is about people on the spectrum, and it's fucking amazing.
By the way,
Um,
Ethan Trace, I'm gonna have him send you a shirt because he's coming out with a new shirt. The Spectrum, okay, on the Spectrum podcast. Ethan Trace is coming out with a shirt that says "Rhythm with the Tism."
Stop it.
Tell me how cute that is. All right, so Ethan Trace is autistic, and so he was like, he sent me and it's like 80s themed. It's so dope. I was like, I can't get it because I don't have autism, but Jesus Christ, I love it.
Melanie and Matt are writing
Fucking like comments.
paragraphs at a time. Then I have to. With 3 words.
Just read it out loud.
Carry the 2 and.
In
I
the grand scheme
hate
of
you.
everything, though it doesn't really matter, we all bleed the same color. And for me, it's about the story and how well it depicts on screen. If someone is best for the part, then that's irrelevant. Then that's irrelevant. Bottom line, it shouldn't matter what color their skin is. And that's Melanie. Melanie said that. Melanie Winters. I agree. And so, like,
I disagree.
okay. So what about Sherlock Holmes? So have you watched Sherlock?
We were talking about tonight. I'm working on a business.
Okay, we'll get
plan.
there. We'll get there. I promise.
No. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
Okay, but I wanna go with
Go ahead.
what
Go
we're
ahead.
talking. The
This
string
is
we're
the
on.
point.
All right,
This
cool.
is the point.
So Sherlock
the
Holmes.
point.
All right, so Sherlock Holmes. This was we're gonna talk about free properties in a
Yeah,
second.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
This is the
so,
point.
yeah.
This is the point.
So
This is
Sherlock
good.
Holmes.
This is so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Sherlock Holmes.
Oh.
Yes, we're gonna get there. I told you we're gonna. Why am I following the string and you're not? All right. Anyway, so Sherlock.
I
Holmes.
get your point now.
Yes.
It changed my opinion. That's fucked up. Wow.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was
I was
good.
trying to get there.
That was good.
All right, so
That was
Sherlock
so
Holmes.
good.
Sherlock is a modern day, basically AU. It's a modern day AU fan fiction, alter universe, whatever.
Sherlock
So
Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yep.
We have Sherlock.
Yep.
Like, with Benedict Cumberbatch, Martin
Yep.
Freeman, da 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 da. Sherlock is known in Sherlock Holmes and the Arthur Conan Doyle original stories is described as incredibly tall, incredibly lean, slightly balding, with a hawk nose.
Yep.
That ain't Benedict Cumberbatch at all.
Or Robert Downey Jr.
Or Robert Downey Jr. and
Yeah.
I hate those films.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
a
No, but
huge
you're
Conan
you're
Doyle
not
fan.
wrong. You're not wrong. Where those movies were entertaining as fuck. They were depicted
I'm not saying
as
they're bad. I'm saying that they are not Sherlock Holmes.
they were depicted as this is the character. So this is where you and I agree but also disagree. That's
yeah, I
fucking
switched
crazy.
Your fucking
Yeah.
Your point of view. on
And
that.
you switched your own point of view because
Yeah.
those interpretations not the same.
Nope.
Not the same.
But I had said I don't give a shit as long as it's true to the character, and the Robert Downey Jr. movies are not. True
Okay,
to the
so
character.
we'll just throw this out there. This is our no
How's your
regrets.
wine?
This is our no regrets episode. I still have a glass. This
Oh
is
my
our
God.
no regrets episode. I've been working on a business plan. I have investors in a project that I've been working on for I'm going to say about a year now, almost a year, okay?
Mhm.
And my idea is based off of a story by Grimm's Fairy Tales that I have interpreted differently.
Mhm. Which are open.
Because for me, it'll work for me property wise moving forward if I go in this route. However, my story is based off of
the 12 Princesses, right? Which I'm.
Grimm's Fairy Tales.
Yeah. Okay. So Grimm's fairy tales, just like Winnie the Pooh,
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes.
You're right.
They're open source now. You can do whatever you
Yep.
want with them now.
Yep.
Strangely enough, did you know that Peter Pan is the same age or close to as Sherlock Holmes, but there's actually like caveats that it stays with a certain group of people? Like, I can't remember. I'm pretty
What?
sure it's like an orphanage or something like that, and they own the rights and they like renew it and everything, like so nobody can use Peter Pan. It's fucking weird. But anyway, Sherlock Holmes became oh god, what is it called? It's not open source, that's coding.
I mean, but that's
But
what
yeah.
it is. It's open property.
Yeah.
it's
So public
public property.
whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
whatever. But open to the public. Anybody else? So Winnie the Pooh is also open to the public to use whatever they want.
Really?
But it's Winnie the Pooh without the red shirt. You cannot put a red shirt because that is owned by the public domain.
So
Thank
then,
you.
how the fuck did they do the horror movie?
Because he wasn't wearing a red shirt.
He wasn't wearing a red. I
No,
didn't see the
he was
movie.
wearing plaid.
What?
If he's wearing like that fucking little red
Stop
half
it.
shirt. Yeah, if he's wearing that little
That's
red
the.
half
That's
shirt.
the.
Look at all of them. They're like public domain. Thank you.
What?
Yeah, so that little red half shirt is owned by Disney. That is Winnie the Pooh owned by Disney. That's their copyrighted look. But any open, like, we're talking A.A. Milne Winnie the Pooh, public domain now. So you could write a Winnie the Pooh story if you want. Knock yourself out.
All right. Well.
And that's where the murderous Pooh came from. I met him, by the way, at TerraCon. He was a very nice man.
So. So
The guy who wrote and-
I have been working on a business plan to open a medieval manor in this area, but I wanted to do it in a way that I could get away with not doing the Disney princesses.
So, to explain what Medieval Manor is for people who are not from Massachusetts, Medieval Manor was a theater experience, a bit like medieval times, just without like the jousting and the horses and everything
Yeah.
like that. It was just a theater on the round where people would come out and do like Shakespearean skits and stuff like that. But most of the time, it's created by the people who run the show. So, like your reinterpretation of the Brothers Grimm, or one of my favorite monologues is Rindicella who slopped her dripper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's one
right.
of my favorites.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Right. So my interpretation of if you don't know, Look up Grimm's Fairy Tales. Look up the 12 Dancing Sisters. It's such a sloppy story, but there have been so many. What are you laughing at?
Matt Winters. Justin
Whoa, whoa,
I know,
whoa!
'cause, like,
Justin gonna write some kinky 100 Acre Woods fan fiction. You know what?
I can't breathe.
What the fuck, dude? I'm trying to establish a
That was a
business.
straight up Crash the Stampede comment. That was a Lewis comment.
That just-
that
yeah,
came out of Matt
yeah,
Winters.
Yeah, that was a Lewis comment. Yeah, that's what that was.
You're affecting each other.
That's what that was. That's exactly what that was. Yeah. Yeah.
That was
No.
great.
I am
Alright.
establishing a
Yes.
different thing.
So, creepy retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses.
It's just look up the story, read it. It's
I actually don't know.
it's a great story. It's a great story. It's basically like this attractive shepherd boy is like, I want to marry a princess. He falls asleep. He has a dream. This woman comes to him and is like, go to this place. And he goes to the place.
Very King Arthur.
It's fucking weird.
It's
goes to the
Brothers
place.
Grimm.
He goes to the place. There's these 12 girls. And every night when what are you laughing at right now?
Stephen Norton's comment.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what?
Stephen Norton just
Look it up.
is going to spank Eeyore.
Look it up. I'm not even doing this. Look
hey,
it up.
look, you want to put this on Spotify? We gotta
Read it.
read it out loud.
Read it. Read it.
Oh no!
Fucking
I bet you
assholes.
Lewis went to bed. So I'm gonna text him
not
and be like,
here.
"You need to watch
Hey,
the end
he's
of the
not
podcast."
here. He's not here. He's not here. So
Oh Lord. Anyways, so the 12 Dancing Princesses.
no, I'm not doing this. I'm not.
No, I
Nope,
wanna know
nope,
now.
We're done here. Ready? Here we go.
No, I want it. Oh, okay, chug, 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 chug. Jesus, you deep throat. Can I have the rest of it? You have like a little sip left, and it's not a bad wine.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. No, talk to me about the 12 Dancing Princesses.
No, I'm not doing that.
No, because you were talking about a little boy.
If you would
and
like
he
to
was just
support us,
I just.
Cash App, Venmo, PayPal.
We're broke, so
I literally work one night a week right now, so
I use. Okay, so this isn't me like begging for money, but like for instance, I bought this and I have
and that and this.
some boom
and
arms
that.
coming. Yeah, I've got some boom arms coming and like whatever little bit of my paycheck I can put towards the podcast, I try. But anything you guys give us can support. But the biggest thing you guys can do, the biggest thing you guys can do, is
Share our shit. Share
Share
our
it.
shit.
Share it.
Share
it
our shit.
everywhere. Share it.
I don't give a fuck about anything else. Share
Yeah,
our shit.
share
That's it.
Share it onto your news
That's it.
feeds. Share it onto God X. What? Share it onto Threads. Share it on your like. Put it in your Instagram stories. Like, I don't care. If you guys want to send us anything, whether it's fan mail, fan art, stupid things you want us to eat, good things you want us to eat, PO Box 17.
100 Acre Morningwood.
Oh, I hate everything. Thanks, Matt Winters. If you want to send us something like maybe some lovely
Zitter?
tweets. I said-
With an X, listen.
Look, I'll dead name Twitter all day. This is the only time I'll dead name
Zitter.
anything. Ugh, fucking whatever. All right, if you guys want to send us something, hopefully something delicious that it doesn't taste like feet, you can hit us up, PO Box 173, Taunton, Massachusetts 02780. If you want to leave a voicemail for us, because we haven't been getting a lot of those lately.
We have not.
Can we-
508 296 8746.
We talked about some crazy shit tonight.
We did.
We talked about the abortion, my guy. That's some dangerous shit.
And addiction.
And addiction. We talked about some dark shit
We
this
did.
evening.
We did.
Um,
Hashtag.
no regrets.
Right. That was the theme of tonight.
So next week is going to be our last show of 2023.
Hmm
Are we gonna do?
And it's
something?
also the day after Christmas.
It's the day after Christmas,
Yeah.
which is like I'm gonna be emotionally
we go.
exhausted. But well, because now I got to do the two family thing. Yeah, I know. Like I did it I got to pick before this, but now that we're engaged, we have to do the two family thing.
Fair.
So like now I gotta bounce back from houses. And I'm going from like North Kingstown to freaking Plymouth. That's a whole other, the two family thing. But actually, Patrick and I, since we're gonna start, I know I talk about him a lot, that bastard. We're actually considering looking for a house next year, and we're thinking of hosting either like Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, or Christmas.
I'm
at
here
our
for
house.
it.
So
here for it.
and I just want my friends.
All right, we'll see you next time. We love you.
You doing all right? You want me to do the outro?
Hasta la pasta.
He's just gonna take a nap.
No,
All
go
right,
ahead,
guys.
go
We love
ahead.
your face, and yeah, that's it. Thank you for coming to
You're
the show.
supposed to say hasta la pasta.
And I'm getting there. Thank you for coming to
Okay.
the show. And see you
Wait,
guys
wait,
in the
wait,
next-
wait, wait.
waiting.
Cash App, Venmo, PayPal.
We did that already.
Comment this way.
Yeah. Good
I
God.
played it this way. This
We got
way.
PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, 508-296-8746, P.O. Box, Taunton, Massachusetts, 02780, or you can visit us on our website,
P.O. Box what?
173.
173.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
said
you missed that.
296. Yeah. P.O. Box 173, Taunton, Massachusetts.
Jesus Christ.
Or you can visit us online, www.justintimelive.com. You can find everything there. We love your faces. We'll see you in the next live.